Good.
Alright, last session we left off with you guys in the prison, Rebel's End. There you guys were trying to get some information from prisoner 237, as well as get some supplies and some enchantments so you could survive the cold on Oriel's abode, also known as the Island of Solstice. You guys negotiated for the supplies and the enchantments that you wanted, as well as made a few deals, as well as a new ally in Rebel's End. You guys made friends with the Warden and sort of recruited them as a supporter and benefactor for Rando's sort of quest to regain control of Neverwinter. You guys learned that she sort of had a dual personality of sorts because she was being possessed by one of her old adventuring friends. It changed her physical attributes as well as her abilities. And surprisingly, she only spoke Dwarvish. You guys then made a deal with the Chain Warden Fresh to extract some information in exchange for some of Isaac's toads. Isaac now has a disability, not quite crippling, but still fairly severe. And you guys were on your way back over to Onguji's Bell. So obviously you guys can make your way back to the Island of Solstice. You guys just couldn't stand the screaming of the torturing anymore. And we left off with you guys catching the stuff for Onguji.
Alright, who wants to ring the bell?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ren punches the bell once again.
Adrian's on like full alert because last time Adrian almost died when Karn ran into the bell.
The skeletons that you guys had previously defeated stay unmoving at the area of the bell. I realized that that I did not drag you guys back onto the map. Sort of eyeing the skeletons, making sure that they don't move. They stay put where they were.
Just out of curiosity, I just throw a firebolt at one, just to be like, and you're down. Oh wait, that's what happens when I don't untag my Ring of Warmth and Yeti Fur and
Everything else.
Going to take a thigh bone from each of the giants, drag it 100 feet away, and drop it just in case.
You guys move the various parts of the skeletons and cast spells just to make sure they don't move. And after about 10 minutes, Ongujuk comes back to the surface. This time he is accompanied by 3 narwhals. No Valugas this time.
Did we harvest enough octopus for all of them this time?
You did. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys do the minigame again, so.
Alright. Here's strange whale.
I appreciate the offering. There's been hunters recently in these parts.
Are they a concern for right now?
Well, they seem to be gone for now. About a few days ago, I would say 2 or 3, they poured oil in the hole in an attempt to poison me.
You could deal with them if you wish. For the help you've given us.
I believe there were 5 of them. I'm not sure where they are now, but I believe that they were from some monster hunting family. At least they claim to be.
Isaac? Any friends of yours, perhaps?
not that I'm familiar with. This is... I do apologize, Ongujuk, if this is something that is related back to my family. I can promise you that you will be met.
Was there a description of the hunters?
He did not get one, or Ongujuk has not given one.
Any chance they looked like they were from the Bear Tribe? We did see 5 Bear Tribe warriors crossing.
No, these were Southerners. They come here occasionally, but normally I'm able to, well, ward them off. I suppose that the whales in the south have been dwindling lately.
Can you describe what they looked like?
They were large humanoids.
That's as
I believe they were humans at least. I can't see much through the oil.
that's as much as you can remember.
Again,
Bizarre.
there was oil.
I'm terribly sorry, Angajuk. If I am involved in this with this family, I will assure you that you and your kind will not face any danger from us in the near future. We will find these people for you. We just ask one favor before we do. So
Is
that
your
will-
family involved with hunting whales?
Well, not whales particularly. Primarily, we're hired by any family. Well, our company is hired to hunt monsters of relative import and either train them or sell
I suppose
them.
what Isaac is trying to say is that he will make sure that his family does not cross you again. Because despite his stupid face, he's actually quite a lovely gentleman.
I never know where you're going to end a conversation, Ferrando, because you speak with both sides of your tongue.
I try to make a habit of being versatile.
In any case, the rock has become more aggressive lately.
Any
How so?
It's been diving into the water rather than just scraping the water recently.
And how
Well-
far does it dive?
I can't exactly say, maybe 30 meters?
My goodness.
I mean, will you be able to take us to the island again while the Frost Maiden is away?
I could. You've proven yourselves to be friends. If you do go to the island, and you stay for a while, I'd like you to take care of the rock if possible.
Well,
Oh my.
I'd personally like to avoid the rock, if possible. I don't know, because if the rock is there, that means the Frost Maiden likely is also there.
Yes, but even if we do manage to deal with the rock, that would temporarily take the Frost Maiden out of passing
Yes,
her
she-
line, correct?
she would be stuck on the island.
Hold on, though. We don't even know what this rock is cooking.
Oh.
How do we know what this rock is going to do?
I did not know rocks could cook.
It's a figure of speech, Khan.
Oh, you broke me. I need to mute myself.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
It's not literal, Khan. It's a figure of speech. Cooking as in brewing, as in thinking up, yes? We don't know if the rock is going to be with the maiden. If it is, then, well, that's not a fight we're willing to take. But if the rock is isolated in its cooking, so to speak, then yeah, absolutely, yes, we shall converge on it.
Dude,
And it may be something to consider, especially all the risk that Ongajuk goes through to help us as well.
We have defeated a flying dragon before.
It must roost somewhere. Somewhere.
It roosts on the top of the skull.
And presumably, if Adrian, you've been keeping track of the Ice Maiden's movements, Frost Maiden's movements. When is she? Does she rest back at her? I mean, what is this to her? What is this fortress to her? Is it a home? Is it a way station?
Well, Adrian just sees her out casting spells every night, because that's when Adrian's on watch.
I assume she's at the
Can't see
fortress
all the
whenever
way
she's...
over here.
I just wonder whether, if she sleeps with the rock.
I would assume she's on the island if she's not flying around on her rock.
In any case, I can take you to the island.
We will do what we can with this rock. Especially coming from me, I assure you. If I can, I will dispose of this for you so you are not threatened by beast or man in these waters.
You've been so kind to us. We will make sure we do what is possible.
My Beatrice has also been a problem, but I don't suppose you all can take care of her either.
That's a bit above our pay grade for now. If we can, and we can muster some forces in the south, I will return. We will return. And
Would you say that we should wait until we're on the right foot, Isaac?
Let's continue. Let's be off. Preferably, could you leave this one behind? I don't think he's worth saving from this rhyme.
Adrian thinks you might actually have a point.
Oh, come on now. They're jokes. Granted, they're at the expense of Isaac, but I think that makes it all the funnier, to be honest.
Oh.
Adrian was also just joking.
Well, that was indeed funny, Adrian, yes.
What?
I knew all along that it was a joke.
What a group to be with at the end of the world. Let's be off. Unless we have any other issues, would we like to, I don't know, fish anymore?
Along with you
But perhaps-
their back, allowing you guys to climb onto the back of the boat.
Cool.
I'm actually going to take a second to wash my hands because I have confiture all over them.
Duke, during your travels, have you come across any areas that you think could possibly offer us assistance in dealing with the rock? Maybe someplace that could have items of power?
There are many, but they are deep.
Would there be any way for us to retrieve them?
From what I've seen, your frail bodies can survive the cold. No other pressure.
Adrian also can't breathe underwater.
Perhaps at a time when the wayfaring strangers have some sort of magical means, we should return.
I can have us there in 3 days.
Well, looking forward to it.
Shall we leave?
Yes, I think that'd be prudent.
Uncle Juke, I know this means so little, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what my kind has done. Whether they are my family or not. The kindness you've shown us over the past week been very useful. We're very grateful. We hope to return it in kind.
Again, you have proven yourself friends.
Well,
Let's get going, shall we?
Alright, she dives beneath the surface. The bubble comes up to cover you all in this temperature acclimated area. I think the Island of Souls has got reset as well. I don't think they used. And I don't think your token's still on here. Yeah, it's not.
well, while we're on the back of Angajuk, just wanted to sort of ask a question of everyone. They're like, so, any last words before we head here?
No.
Or we won't
Adrian
be
hopes to
allowed.
have plenty of words on the island and off the island.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. You're very wise, big one.
Adrian
great.
isn't sure if she should push you out of the bubble or be happy.
Try to be happy.
Right, after 3 days of traveling through the fog and the deep ocean, Angajuk waits until nighttime, circling the island. You guys can see the rock flying above. Just looking through the bubble up at the sky, you guys can see the rock occasionally flying above and then diving into the water.
We're going to kill
Oh.
that.
Well, let's not get hasty. If the opportunity presents itself, then yes, absolutely, we should do something about that infernal bird, but until such a time that opportunity presents itself. You find my stuttering a little funny, do you, Isaac?
No, I do it myself, I understand.
Adrian wanted to ask, you two aren't really very good with people, are you?
Depends on the occasion. I was able to convince Thresh to do what we wanted, but as far as being pleasant, I struggle, admittedly.
Honestly, I think it's all a matter of social context. We're great with our people. Our people, there's a certain capital that we exchange as nobles. Remove us from our natural environment, and we are floundering fish up far north, far beyond our natural habitat. If we were in a ball, we would be, and Fernando much more graceful. But seeing as we are not in Waterdeep, nor are we in a ball per se, you get the point.
I would also argue, having been around the people of the Dale a lot longer than you, Isaac, but I think you can agree with this. The people of the Dale are straightforward, honest people. You don't get that a lot in Waterdeep.
That's very true. You know, I've been about for the last 10 months or so, I want to say. And that's the truest thing that I've heard, or I've observed throughout. Went east. This was supposed to be the last leg of my journey, and I hope it isn't.
Velin sort of speaks up as you guys are having your conversation, and she interrupts you and she goes, "You might as well just whip them out and compare who's just bigger already."
Oh, fuck you, Velen.
That was absolutely crass, and perhaps uncalled for?
You two have been arguing about who's the better one since, well, at least as far as I've seen.
I think I would have to agree. Let's end this here and now.
Not now. We
That's
are-
not generally how we do things now. Adrian, perhaps we can explain at another time what Velen means. It's a sort of it's an expression. It's having to do with swords of a sort. Yes, and are we there yet? Are we here?
Oh, it's a
And they-
3D journey.
One day we will have to see if the wand is in truth mightier than the sword.
I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that.
Don't worry, friend, I'll keep your secret.
So like I was saying, are we there yet?
Well, we've been here. We're waiting for the rock, the frost maiden to leave.
I'm going to leave this out of the log. Speaking of which, while we're waiting, it would be a lovely idea to, like, you know, just put a little bit down.
Sort of looking around at the ocean comes you to a point where you're able to actually, like, come to your senses and do your calligraphy the way that you want to do it, not the way that you've been doing it.
It's oddly satisfying. Perhaps dick jokes more often might actually be the solution. Nothing.
Oh, don't excite Karn too much.
Did we see any more runes on our journey here, or did we go a different route this time?
It's the same route. There's no more runes.
And it was the Krieg rune, I believe, correct?
Whichever one you guys wrote down in your notes, I would have to look at the spreadsheet again to find out.
I think you
have to
linked
look
it
at my
in.
character sheet.
Did you? I thought you pinned it, Amaya. I was pretty sure.
FJELL.
Yeah, Fjell. It was the Fjell rune.
Because Adrian. was-
Yes. I'm pretty sure she pinned it.
Well, I just put it on my character sheet because it lives and dies with me and Karn.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
Now we just need to find a rune carver.
Here's the stats from her post.
So, let's try to be clear about what we're going in to do. Our main goal
Tell the Frost
Yes.
Maiden.
is hopefully not die facing a goddess.
Oh, Adrian forgets sometimes.
We also want to retrieve this codicil of white. This codicil of white will aid our.
We'll open the glacier so we can go into the Caves of Hunger and find our way to Ithrin.
As Velen said,
Well spoken.
and if we are presented with the opportunity,
Kill the rock.
yes, which in turn will strand the Frost Maiden on this island, as far as we can know.
At least
Hey,
until she
Adrian.
finds another one.
True.
Adrian thinks she'll be fine with finding another way off the island.
Well, I'm sure, but
Well, we know she could walk across the sea. She's cold enough to create ice as it is.
Oh, Adrian knows she would be able to do that.
Hmm.
Well,
Adrian
sure.
doesn't think she would want to do that, though.
true.
Would have to agree.
Alright. Well, once the rock lands, I think that's our cue.
You mean when it takes off and goes
Yeah.
away from
When
the
it
island.
leaves with the frost
When
mate.
it's when it's not at all there, that's the better time, I think.
My apologies. I misspoke. When it leaves is the best time.
You truly do enjoy monster hunting, don't you, Isaac?
It's in my blood. Over 12 generations. Have you ever been to my villa? I don't know if we've ever entertained the Hawkwinter family before.
To be honest, I can't even remember. Seems like such a long time ago.
Well, one of the wonders of our villa is we love to illustrate great deeds of our house as frescoes along the halls. And when my 12th great grandfather, Earl Magnus, was elevated and created House Celestial, he began that tradition. And now many ceilings and grand hallways show various monsters that our family has either trained or
That's grand,
saved
Isaac.
people from.
Yes, grand. I will make you a deal. If we survive, both of us, and hopefully every single one of us, I have been keeping some notes. I could maybe copy them, and you can give them to your storytellers, your bards, if you will.
Sure.
Don't worry, I kept
I
all
don't see
the
why
foot
not.
jokes out of the equation.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Certain things are best left unwritten.
Likewise, if we'll cross the bridge when we get to it.
Indeed. Adrian, do you see anything regarding the rock?
What do your elf eyes see?
Yes, elf eyes.
Adrian lifts her mask and Adrian is blind still.
Right. My apologies. Khan! How's your... You seen the rock? No chance. Leave?
Does Karn see the rock? Yes, I see it. It's over there. Can you see it? I
That's
just point
nice.
in a random
Karn,
direction
that's a
with my mouth.
seagull.
Yes, that is...
Massive.
Sure does, Khan. Adrian, do you see anything by chance?
I guess I'm not good at this.
Don't. Like, are we just gonna keep? Man, I don't know. Is it? Rock's pretty big. It should be easy to see if it's flying above us, right?
Yes, it is massive.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Has an 80-foot wingspan, so.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
So I'll just look above and see if I see a giant fucking shadow in the sky.
You do.
Yeah. I'll just casually point.
How long has it been since this thing has been overhead? Is it leaving at all anymore?
Is it?
Just to give you a size comparison, by the way.
It's. I mean, we're
Um,
we're essentially just waiting till like nightfall, right?
Storm
that's-
giants
yeah.
ride them as pets.
Oh my god. Storm giants?
Yeah, storm giants usually raise them and use them as mounts. That's how big they are.
Holy crap.
The picture I just posted is a size comparison.
From average
So
human to the rock.
Ah, oh my goodness gracious.
Rocks kill dragons, by the way. They hunt dragons for food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it must be younger dragons, because elder dragons would
Yeah,
probably
they
fuck
hunt
them up.
adult dragons.
Yeah, they were
Oh my
created to fight the dragons as well by Arnhem.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, boy.
if we do kill this thing, it'll make one hell of a fresco in my villa.
Yeah, they hunt young dragons and adult dragons, depending on the species of the rock. There's alpha rocks and those rocks. Alpha rocks hunt adult dragons, normal rocks hunt young dragons.
Well, if we do kill it, you'll all be depicted on a wall in my villa for time immemorial.
All will be on the wall of the Frost Maiden's fortress, so...
That one wall or another will be somewhere.
Here's another one of a rock carrying a storm, carrying a sperm well that it's not.
Wow.
God.
Does Karn know anything about rocks at all? Like weaknesses or anything like that? Since he lives in the north?
You would not know. Rocks aren't very common, no matter where you go. Isaac, you would have heard like basic legends of rocks. A lot of your family members in the past have died to rocks being swallowed whole. Rocks also like to pick up their prey and then drop them to make sure that they actually die. They do that a lot to sperm whales and that sort of thing. It's a hunting tactic because they know that things can't fly.
Well, we will either be swallowed whole, or they'll drop us. In which case, I guess we'll have to learn how to fly. Might be easier for some of us.
Adrian can almost fly.
Karn will drop like a rock.
I'll cast fly on you. Hopefully, it won't be an
If
issue.
it picks up more than one of us and drops more than one of us.
Well, we'll have to improvise.
Perhaps we wait a little bit on the whole killing the rock thing. Just a suggestion.
Oh, definitely. I don't think we're prepared just yet, but if the opportunity presents itself, I think we owe it to Ankh-Duke.
I'm sure we can find a spare ballista somewhere in the fortress of the Ice Maiden.
Let's worry
hope
about
so.
getting there first.
True.
Fair enough.
The last time we went here, we barely made it back, and we just went to the other side of the island to pick up an orb.
The caves that we saw with the Yetis. Those caves were sort of on the side of the fortress, yes? Did we even see an entrance?
I believe.
If I'm not mistaken, we saw a giant staircase leading up to the fortress, right? That we passed by?
Yeah, there is a massive staircase. If you look in your handouts, you can actually see what it looks like.
Cool, thank you.
There's so many
yeah.
handouts, so
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Grimskal. Grimskal.
Oh yeah, from Scala. Oh man, that almost looks like the freaking
Yeah.
Frozen Throne. Oh my god, yeah, Skeletor. I'm not nice.
And he prays.
Oh my god, did I pray?
Oh well.
Here's another picture of it that was done by the same artist that drew the 10 Towns.
I think I almost prefer that picture right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's nice because it
Yeah.
gives perspective. Whereas the other one, like, does have perspective, but not of the landscape.
Alright, after about 5 more hours, Ongazuk begins to surface as you guys see the shadow of the rock sort of fly overhead and go directly past you guys towards the mainland. You guys watch as it like sort of disappears into the mist. Ongazuk begins to surface and once again surfaces next to the giant like dock that was made out of ice meant for giants.
Well, let's gonna move on. And I'm gonna, as I step out onto the dock, I'm gonna pop a warming stone.
Same.
Same.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Because we don't want to die.
Okay, is it possible for any of you to roll lower than 30?
Yeah.
Yes, I have to roll.
Okay.
I have to roll a.
Have to go 5 or up.
Alright, go ahead and make your frost checks then.
As long as
I
roll,
did it!
As long as I roll a 5 or higher, I'm okay.
I rolled below 30.
Oh my god.
Oh, so did I. 28.
Hey!
I rolled-
You each get 1 point of exhaustion.
What the
As
fuck
long as we're not
is that,
slowed,
dude?
that's fine.
Like, seriously? A 3 and a 2?
That is with my warming stone. I need to.
And Warming Stones last for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So it will last for your duration on the island unless you guys stay past that 8-hour mark.
Well,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
frost,
why not?
The
Just,
frost,
you know.
I mean, the Frost Maiden's is supposed to come back in 8 hours, so I'd rather
Alright, in
not.
that case, I will drop a mage armor as well. Just to have that set for the next 8 hours.
Just...
So, do I get exhaustion as well with a 40?
No. The people that gained exhaustion are those that rolled below 5 on their check.
So just me and Adrian.
Yep.
And I edited my thing to specify that it's with the warming stone, so.
And then with Adrian, we move like double, right?
This is sort of the path that you guys have to take because of the landscape in order to get there. So 6,000 feet, which is how much?
It's like a little over a mile.
It's a mile, yeah.
5,280 something is 1 mile, so about a mile and a quarter almost. Not even that.
Yeah, it's a mile plus like 800 feet.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Adrian's crazy bonus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
So
was
you
super
guys
fucking
are-
smart, Denny.
Adrian has no crazy bonuses. Adrian's just a little girl. A blind girl.
Okay, Toph.
She'll only get 25-year-old doppelganger, but you know.
I don't think that Andrew knows that yet. Like,
His
let alone his
character
character.
doesn't know.
No, Isaac has no idea.
I
But-
know nothing about half of you, so like,
But do you know
Brand new.
that at
Half
all
Wrath
about?
also know.
Yeah, I don't think that was ever really revealed.
I mean, he saw in the afterlife that I changed form into him
Oh, Adrigas,
when I was
yeah, yeah,
mimicking
yeah.
him.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, Adrigas did, and
Gary.
yeah, Dirty.
Yeah.
So he
But
knows
not Isaac.
that. So him as a player knows that I can
Gotcha.
change forms.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I knew you could do that as a player. As a character,
But you didn't know I was a doppelganger.
Yeah,
No.
that much we didn't release. Yeah.
Because the doppelgangers are evil. Eh.
Right, so that means that you guys are able to get there in an hour and a half, meaning I need to roll for 1 random encounter. Or no, you guys can get there in half an hour.
Perfect.
Oh, Denny, you're so slick with that. With
Yeah,
the
1
Ranger
random
dip.
encounter.
Ranger dip. Oh my god.
It actually fits my character too, so I wasn't
Yeah,
just an asshole.
Yeah, but it's still really
Nice.
cool.
Unless Amaya thinks I was just being an asshole, then I was definitely just being an asshole.
You actually just asked me, so I said yeah, so it's fine. Because it made sense.
Easy. Karn, you should be a ranger too.
Pretty good, probably.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Multi-class into it here after a while.
I might dip into Paladin later, but I'm not sure. It's
Yeah,
like Franda doesn't seem that noble yet. So,
Well,
I don't
mean,
think Frando's ever gonna seem
Ferrando
noble.
needs, if to be a paladin, you have to pledge yourself to a god.
Oh no.
or
one
I
would make
well,
sense, but like, only I don't think it's gonna be in the Icewind Dale that I dip into Paladin.
It'll be interesting though.
Yeah.
Oh, Amaya, what are your rules with paladins pledging? Can they pledge to a concept, a pantheon, or do they have to declare it to a specific god?
They don't have to declare it to a specific god. They can bound themselves morally as well.
Okay.
However, if they break those morals to any point, then their contract breaks and they lose their
Got it.
power.
Got it. Interesting. I like it.
Kind of depending on the oath you take as well.
So like versus like if you make it with a god, there's a chance that you can go against your god and then still maintain power depending on the god's ruling. Versus
Yeah.
if you do it morally, you'll just lose your power if you break that moral.
Interesting. I like it.
Yeah, because
Like-
is that just because with your morals, you stood out to a god, and they just like say like you're all about maybe like freedom or something, freedom for all, and then the god of, that associates with it sees you and then just grants you power because of that, or
I couldn't really hear you.
I like to associate it with like a lot of druids. Like druids usually are just devoted to protecting nature and that sort of thing, and gods reach out to give them power.
in order
It's
to do
not-
so.
It's not like they devote themselves to a god, but they still get divine favor for the thing that they are trying to do
Yeah, that
because
makes
like
they're
sense.
so devoted to it.
I liked your idea because, in a way, it really creates a very thin, very blurred line between a nature cleric and a druid.
There
And you,
is no line, in my opinion. They're the same thing.
And they're not the exact same thing, but they're pretty close. And you just go druid if you want wild shape. You go nature druid, or you go nature cleric if you want to be a druid but have more healing.
and I'd say it's also a lot of how you play, like exactly like that.
Paladins are pretty dope.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Paladins are my favorite class by far.
But the aura stuff is so cool. It's basically what I'm trying to do with Ferrando, but like almost basically better. Because the fighting
Paladin
stance-
multi-class. Fighter Paladin multi-class could be pretty good.
I'd have to go 6 levels into Paladin, I think, to get the aura
It's
to make it like.
7 levels, 7th level paladin.
What
you get the
baseline
protection.
stats are required to multi-class into a ranger? Is it wisdom
It's
and
dexterity, I
dexterity?
believe.
13
I think it's
dex.
dexterity. It might be wisdom, actually.
It's either 13 dex or 13 wisdom. 13 is
Okay,
something.
well, if it's a dex, I can do that. If not, I can't.
Either way,
Dex or strength plus wisdom, right?
I'm looking.
By class.
You need dexterity 13, wisdom 13. So you need both a dexterity of 13 and a wisdom of 13.
Rip.
Unlucky.
Barbarian it is.
It's amazing how those are my 2 main stats.
Uh-huh. Okay, before we start this random encounter, I need to go pee, so I'll be right back.
Oh no, not a random encounter.
it's okay.
Steven, what have you done to us?
What do you mean? What did I do?
That's what I'm asking. What did you do? Why'd you piss him off?
I didn't.
I had a character that I almost played instead of Isaac. When Dur died, that was a Circle of the Stars druid, Twilight cleric,
Yeah.
multi-class.
I actually had one of those written up as well. Believe it or not.
Were they also a Furbolg?
Yes, actually.
We could have been like 2 random.
Winnies!
Ah.
No, but no, I was thinking more like we're just like 2 random brother, like we're 2 people who are just going out and being like, oh, have you heard the good news of the
Oh, no. Not like that again.
two friars, 2 monks?
You're not talking about the character in Amaya's campaign, right, Denny? Because I thought that he was either elf or human.
What?
Your Twilight cleric?
I have a Twilight cleric in one of Amaya's campaigns?
You had one in your homebrew world?
Is he a Furbolg?
No, I didn't think he was. That's what I was saying.
Oh, then no. Totally different things. Are you talking about Daycall?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Totally different.
I was saying, he was a Twilight cleric, wasn't he?
I mean, yes. He was.
Hmm.
But he's dead now.
No, wait. Is he?
No, we stopped in the middle of that campaign. We got Bossing Said and then
All right, we did get Bossing Zade.
Yeah, but that is actually just a dropped campaign, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that
think
is.
so.
I'm
She said that
pretty
we can
sure
continue our
part-
characters when she, like we
Flushes
can,
out the world.
yeah.
I won't be continuing my character because it would be from a different start point, and yeah.
That
Oh,
makes
is it-
sense. You want
Well,
to
the
fresh
continuation, you guys can just, like, essentially the characters would be restarting from, like, level 1.
I don't.
Because as much as I would like to continue that, the way that I ended up doing that campaign made it so it went in directions that I didn't want it to necessarily like go in, because I didn't know what I was doing when it came to world building, to be frank.
As long as I get to stay as Delmonico at some point in time, I'm happy.
Or we just
I-
go
You'll
with
be able to like play Delmonico when the new one.
I don't know if I'll go back to Nyx, but I think if a situation doesn't if a situation arises that I can play Lily earlier, I'll play Lily. But if not, I'll play Lily and Amaya's homebrew. Because I've been wanting to play her for a while.
That's my
Alright.
song.
So, we go for about an hour.
It's a half hour, but yeah. Partway through the half hour, something happens.
God, I want this house.
Why?
It's basically a fucking converted castle.
That sounds kind of drafty.
Think of like Batman's mansion. That's basically what it is.
I don't understand.
This house here.
I've
It's got a
never
tr-
seen Batman's mansion.
1 second. Post a picture. of this
I'm
house.
Batman.
One second. Wrong chat. This place has got a drawbridge, a portcullis, and all sorts of shit.
Just the look of it reminds me of how the Oliver Quinn's mansion looks.
Yeah.
That looks
It's like
like a motel.
$13.6 million.
That's not even that much.
Yeah. We could buy that.
I don't know what this
Oliver
we thing is. You know I hardly even get paid, right?
You make a decent amount of money.
I make an okay amount of money.
For your area, that's you make pretty good money.
Also, for not having bills, you make like a lot of money.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm also making good money now.
I'm gonna have bills coming up here in a couple months, so big
Yeah,
sad.
because you're gonna have to like pay power and stuff. There, the house is paid off though, isn't it?
Just about, yeah.
So you just have to pay for utilities, pretty much, food.
Yeah, I'll probably be able to save enough to actually just pay off the house, like, right away.
It's gonna be lonely in the house by yourself, won't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start being social again with people, inviting people over, doing that sort of thing. Right parties more. I'm gonna go back to high school, Benny. Oh no.
we may have to make a weekend trip to come visit you. If you
Oh,
get too
God.
lonely. It's only a 12-hour drive, or yeah, no, 11-hour drive. No, it's 12, yeah. It's only a 12-hour drive to Ohio.
Just remember, I work lots of 12-hour shifts, so I might not be awake. Or if I am awake and home, I might not be awake for long.
Anyway, are you ready, babe?
It's dark, eerie battle music.
I love dark eerie battle music. I hope it's
I assume
rock.
that's your guys' marching order. If you guys want to change it, then change it now.
Are we walking that way?
Yes, you're walking in this direction.
Am I allowed to not be in the front while I'm acting as a guide?
You can be in the front if you want to be.
I thought you said earlier that I had to be in the front if I was being the guide.
You do, but you guys have been here before, so you don't necessarily have to act like a guide. But you guys have been along this road, so.
In which
yeah,
case, I think, yeah, the marching order would be fine.
Yeah, this is.
No, we
fine.
could do like a arrow formation or something like that.
And that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah. Do you want us to roll initiative, Amaya?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Sorry, my roll 20 just got stuck in a sort of
Meow.
circling loading screen, so I'm just going to take me a second to get back in.
No problem.
Congrats on 20 decks. I think this is the first time I've seen you use 20 decks. For Ando.
Yeah. That's pretty nice. There's also a feat that gives you +5 to initiative. I've thought about taking it.
The alert
Did I-
feed.
The initiative macro you have, does that account for advantage on initiative as well?
I set it to yes.
Okay.
If you have advantage, but you don't. Honestly, you don't get advantage to like level 9, right?
I do. I have advantage.
Oh, now?
Why is my roll 20 having such issues?
I forgot what gave me it, but it's something. I think I got it
I
last
know
level.
it's something from Barbarian, but I thought you didn't get it till level 9.
Hold on. Here we go. Feral Instinct.
The macro that you used did not account for it. Go ahead and roll it again. If you do it from your character sheet, then it will work for you, but yours won't work with the macro. So,
There we
but
go.
your character sheet doesn't.
It rolled
Gotcha.
The 15.
5 and a 13, so 15.14.
Oh, well, let's go with the 12. I didn't realize I touched it twice.
I think you can change it, actually.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can just
Type and then change
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yeah.
Alright, what is everybody's passive perceptions?
11!
Bullshit. That's what mine is.
19.
Adrian.
Ooh. Wait a second.
Adrian sees everything, including Ferrando's inner struggles.
I mean, they're pretty evident, to be honest, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I think
That's a fair
everyone
statement.
sees them. You're pretty open about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You see, when I was 5, instead of my father hugging me, he threw blades at me.
Well,
felt-
that explains it.
Felt misunderstood and not loved.
That explains everything.
As he still felt for the rest of his life.
I never knew my mother.
Oh no.
Psst, I did.
Oh shit.
I don't know if Miranda knows that.
It's funny because I was orphaned. I never really thought about that. No, I didn't know that you know that. Holy shit.
Just a little tidbit in my backstory I'll say out of character, just so that way you have something to look forward
Don't
to.
spoil it. Don't spoil it. I don't want to know any more. I kind of wish I didn't even know that because it's really cool. So don't give me any more, because that's gonna be awesome once that's all revealed.
I'll let you know.
in your background?
What?
Me?
Yeah, you.
My PC might just be really fucking loud.
Okay. It just sounds like you have like
There's some
crackling in your mic,
Yeah,
so
there's
I
some
was
sort of
gonna
feedback
question
when you
it.
talk.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
I just
let me record
wanted
my audio.
to. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Checking. Let me just see that real quick.
But
So you're
Ferrando
peeking.
will find out eventually in character.
It sounds clean from OBS, which is interesting. I wonder if it's latency. Like latency on Discord. I'm just gonna keep going until the crackling comes up. Yada yada yada. Stop me when it comes up. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I guess it's like
It's still
a
there.
background,
It's very much background, and it's not constant. It's only when you're talking.
Yeah, it's definitely my computer.
Oop.
I borrowed a computer from a friend of mine, and this one is way better, but it's so fucking loud. You can hear the fucking processor from like across the room.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know. I know you're into like recording and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
It was
Something
For
was
what
happening.
I don't know what you did, but it is a little quieter now. I can still hear it, but it's like I have to
I just
listen
basically
for
got
it.
up close to the microphone, so
Okay.
that like that's what you hear
I was say,
volume wise.
yeah, I was gonna say I have to like really listen for it to hear it now. So you're good.
Yeah, it's definitely the PC. It's super fucking loud.
Alright, so as you guys get on the island, a terrible blizzard begins happening. Go ahead.
Is it natural?
This is a non-natural blizzard. This is one that was put in place by Oriel.
Magical blizzard, everyone!
She did a blizzard on her island while she's gone. What a bitch.
If you recall, she caught you guys as you guys left the last time.
Adrian has no idea what you're talking about.
When she spoke in all of your heads and told you that she didn't want visitors.
That would never happen.
Not to return.
Yeah, like she thought, that ain't gonna keep us away.
But yeah, there is a large magical blizzard on the entire island.
Joy.
Go ahead and make a navigation check for me, Adrian.
Or
So that would be
Fingers crossed.
survival.
let's see, disadvantage.
You have disadvantage on survival checks?
On
Yeah,
ability
so
checks.
that's-
Oh, you have the exhaustion, that's right.
Yeah.
But you normally have advantage, so it cancels each other out.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you're in your favorite time.
Then 23. My bad.
Right, so you're able to keep the group together as you travel along the road. And then you guys hear a heart-wrenching scream come from the snow. Adrian, you are going to be the only one that is not surprised in this encounter. As you see sort of this flash of white go through the blizzard, sort of like faster than you could, fast enough that you couldn't make out its shape.
Could I rage and not be surprised with Feral Instinct?
What is your turn? Yeah.
Okay.
Does Feral Instinct allow you to...
It says additionally, if you're surprised at the beginning of combat and are incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter rage before doing anything else.
Okay, so yeah, well, when it comes around to your turn, you can enter your rage.
Copy.
And then that flash that you see, that blur that looked like a ghost, appears in front of you, Ferrando. As you look up, you see this thing that stands about 3 times as tall as you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to...
And then it disappeared again. I'm like, fuck.
Oh god.
That's what I wanted to do.
It's like, hi, bye.
You see
That was an
this
attack
Yeti that's about 2 times as large as you. I mean, 3 times as large as you, 2 times as large as a normal Yeti. And it sort of bends down and then roars in your face and then makes 2 claw attacks against you.
Karn know what type of Yeti it is.
A scary one.
It's like Karn can speak
That is
Yeti.
a 28 and a 23.
Both hit. Holy shit.
Right, so you are taking 11 slashing and 8 cold from the first attack.
From the first attack. Ah!
Okay.
And then from the second attack, you are taking 16 slashing and 6 cold.
16, 22.
Keep in mind that you do have resistance to the cold damage, so it's halved because of your ring.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
right.
we all have resistance to cold damage.
So then
So
it
you're
was.
taking 4, so go ahead and just add 4 to your current hit points. Because you haven't subtracted
And then
the
add-
16 yet.
And then add 3, right? So
Yeah, then add 3.
Okay.
There you go. And then I need Isaac. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I just get 20 AC, and then everyone blows past it. It's fucking obnoxious.
$23.
Nice save.
I'm just reading. That's on my success. Right. So it begins staring at you, and you watch as its eyes begin to glow blue, and you quickly avert your gaze to avoid something horrible that you can feel. Those of you that have lived in the north know that abominable yetis are able to freeze people with their gaze alone.
Well, I'm glad I, for the first time in a while, rolled well.
It's going to be its turn. Mirando, you have your reactions again. Karn, you said that you were raging at the beginning of yours, correct?
Correct. So rage, and then I can act normally.
Minus a bonus action.
First thing I'm gonna do is bark out in Yeti. Help us kill the Frost Maiden, not us. Take your freedom.
I serve her, replies in Yeti.
Okay, well, seeing that I have no avail, I'm going to march around it. And I'm going to swing that about it twice.
+2 for flanking.
Plus two.
Not flanking.
Nope, it's not flanking. He would have
Nope,
to be here.
not yet.
You can draw a line through the creature.
Yeah, but it
No, it
has
has
to be
to
on
be a direct
opposite.
So it has to be like this, or like this,
Oh.
or
It
like
has
this.
to reach
or like
opposite
this.
sides of the.
Do you have 5 extra movement to get there?
I have 40 movement, so I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so I have about 15 movement left.
Yeah, you should move there.
One down.
One
Down. Yeah.
Yeah, because now you're
Then
now
that
you
would be
get,
flanking.
yeah, that gives you +2.
Okay, so 14 and a 17.
The first one misses, the second one hits.
Okay, and let me just tick everything on real quick. Rage define.
Pretty good damage.
27.
That's max
Pretty good.
damage on the fucking 1d12.
So I can,
Alright, so you take your axe and you sort of cut into the Yeti. Its fur cushions the blow just slightly. And you're about to get about a quarter of an inch into its flesh. You hear it sort of howl out in pain. Not quite the roar that it was before. This one's more of like an anguished cry.
okay. Does it look like my attacks are normal against it?
Yes.
Okay. That will be my turn then.
Alright. Isaac will move.
Not your.
You are
y'all.
surprised.
Yeah,
Oh.
everyone with Adrian was surprised, so you have your reactions back now.
Oh,
Yes, you
I
don't
see.
build in
I,
like
s-
surprise.
I see now. That's okay. I got it. Cool.
I just have my trick up my sleeve.
Before I forgot, I also need to roll initiative for her.
Understood. Cool.
Oh,
She is also surprised.
for Velen.
Yes, he was also surprised.
So she's actually first.
Yep, and I just moved her to reflect.
So
that.
she already has her reaction back
Yes.
because she was top of initiative.
Okay.
Right, so Isaac gave your action back. Adrian, you were not surprised.
Ha. Well, I'm gonna pumpkin staff it.
Go for it.
Oh,
That misses.
Well, I'll flurry of blows. Ba, ba, ba.
That one hits.
do you not have two attacks with your monk weapon?
Maybe.
I thought you got 2 attacks with your staff
Yeah.
because you're level 5. You're at least level 5 monk, right?
I do have an extra attack,
Yeah.
so I'll attack with that later. I'm gonna attempt to stunning strike.
Okay. It's a con save, right?
Yeah, only 14 though.
That
the
is a
con save.
21, so it succeeds.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend my second attack to Hand of Healing on Ferrando.
Okay.
For
And
5.
then I will pumpkin staff it again.
That one hits.
That's all.
Okay, so you swing with your staff and miss, and then you attempt to hit one of its pressure points. The fur sort of blocks you from hitting the points, but your punch still does damage. And then you quickly use that same hand to turn and sort of touch one of Verando's pressure points, and he heals 5 hit points. Then you sort of bring the staff back and clonk it on the arm for 7 damage. Adjugast.
I have my reaction back.
Yep. Velen is going to... He's going to Raven Feedlement it. Or attempt to.
That was gonna be my plan, so good on her.
What does Raven Fieldman do? And
Oh.
no, never mind. My character wouldn't know, so don't.
Good
don't
shit, though. That's what it does. It's a spell attack, so she has to make the attack, and then if it hits, it has to make the
Correct.
save.
Well, no, it's a save, isn't it?
It makes the save only if this attack hits, though. It's a spell attack, and then if the attack hits, then it has to make the save against the effect.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why they don't have it set up for a ranged spell attack on her sheet. They definitely should. But it's not. She gets her spellcasting modifier, right?
What?
She gets her spellcasting ability added.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, her spell attack bonus is your spellcasting ability modifier. So for wizards, that's an intelligence plus your proficiency bonus. So
And that is a 25, so she does hit. And then... It succeeds on the con save.
is that what it is? Is con?
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, no. It works. It works at.
Oh, yeah, it's at the end of its turn it can make the save.
Yeah, it works right away, but it makes the save at the end of each turn to break it.
So that means that its attacks will only be doing half damage because they are straight face. At least the first two are.
I have another trick up my sleeve for that as well, provided I live through this.
The Yeti is going to take the opportunity to attack from Karn and move here.
No flank. 21.
That's going to hit. You don't have Sentinel, right?
No.
That's still a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
You once again cut into the back of its leg. This time, you hit the same spot and it sinks about half an inch deep. The Yeti is not very happy. It's not quite yet bloodied, though. And then it is going to use its cold breath. So I am going to need
Oh, shit.
everybody that is in front of it to make a...
Everyone but Karn. Oh no.
A dex save?
Con save.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Fuck me.
Ha, is that the second 23 that I've rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we give Ferrando resilient like 2 levels early?
I think Adrian deserves legendary save or whatever the hell.
Legendary resistance.
Yeah.
Karn's gonna shout inspiration to everyone to bear witness to the cold.
And all of a sudden now Karn is a bard.
At the very least, we all take half damage.
Yeah.
So, Adrian, Ferrando, Adjugast, and roll for Velen. Velen also fails to save. You all are going to be taking 48 damage, half to 24.
Jesus.
Holy shit. Thank you, Ring of Warmth.
So hold on. 24. My 18. My arcane ward gets absorbed, so it's down to 0. And that's 18. And then the other. Let's see.
You guys are remembering to use your 10 HP from Ilmater, correct?
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then let's see. What's 24 minus 18? At least it was 6. So I have 4 temporary hit points left. But that just burned through all of my arcane ward hit points.
Got it. Okay, and that is the Yeti's turn. It cannot do anything else on its turn. So, Ferrando.
Gonna move here, drop the rapier, and whip out my hand crossbow. I believe it 24 hits. Let me uncheck all my frost stuff. It's like I wish I.
There's
Okay.
a 49 hit.
And then I'm gonna do menacing attack. Wisdom saving throw of 16 with DC 16.
That is a 6, so it fails.
It is frightened.
It is frightened of friends.
Yes. Yep. And
Your
then.
damage and your superiority.
Oh, that's right. I forgot how to play a fighter. Superiority die.
I say, to be fair, we haven't done combat in a hot second.
Yeah. I just roll. There we go. Yeah, okay. 9 damage.
Nice. And it is now bloodied.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement speed to retreat a little bit. Yeah. And then that ends my turn.
Alrighty.
Imagine leaving the healer's range.
Oh shit. Hold on, sorry, can I redact that?
You
'Cause
have
I'm not-
another
I-
healer directly
I was-
right next to you.
I was about to
I have-
say,
I forgot
am
I've-
also a healer.
I forgot
a healer.
I have interception.
You moved back to where you were, you cheater.
No, I have interception, so I don't want to do that.
Metagaming! Sauce!
It's all good. Okay. I hadn't moved on to the next player, so that's fine.
Thank you.
Alright.
So does that Raven Feeblement decrease its strength-based attacks, or is it?
Yes.
It's
has
strength-based
It makes its strength-based attacks deal half damage.
Correct.
Okay.
Did it
Gotcha.
succeed
Well-
at save at the end of its turn, by the way?
Let me check. It did.
Okay, so it's no longer enfeebled.
What to do? What to do? Okay, well I'm gonna swing twice, and we'll see. Oh,
First one hits, the second one hits.
Dang.
Yeah, you pump out so much damage.
Yeah, and I haven't even done Commander's Strike yet.
So you really should just
till
attack
I
recklessly.
Find a rune card for the fill.
Oh lord.
Oh yeah, the Field Rune is going to be nasty on Karn.
That'll be my
3
turn.
times carrying capacity on a Goliath?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna basically be a mini giant.
It
You're
is
gonna be
a
able to haul
legendary rune for a
buildings.
reason.
Yeah, you can haul buildings and stuff. Like, oh, just carry that building.
Right, so you sink your axe into it. This time it sinks like a good inch into its hide. You watch as some of the fur sort of gets cut and falls to the ground, and the Yeti yells out a roar of pain. Its fur is sort of like matted in blood.
Ooh. Okay. That will be it for now.
Hey, Isaac.
Alright. I'll just do this and do it and take care of this later. So I will move that. Nope, not that way. Don't want to pull a Dury. And I'll firebolt it.
Go for your shot. That is going to miss.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, as a
So you sort of
bonus
shoot
action.
your firebolt and it strikes against the rock behind it.
Ah, fuck. could I handing an item off isn't a bonus action, right?
It depends on what the item is. What are you handing off?
I would be handing a potion of healing to Ferrando for him to use at his.
I believe it's an interact with object action, but let me just check. In which case, it would be a free action. Let me just double check.
Wait, weren't we given potion of healings to believe as well? Or was that before?
I don't think I have any healing
I
pots.
think that was when we left Fringe Hander.
Yeah, I don't have any
like
healing
it,
pots.
Gotcha.
And type in Discord just in case. Yeah.
Yeah, too bad it's gonna get lost forever.
I
We'll
know,
never
but-
get it.
Blood funnel, blood funnel, blood funnel, blood funnel. Don't forget
I
it.
mean, you can only use it once per day, but it would be good to use after this encounter.
Yeah, for sure.
Disagree. I don't think it would be good to use after this encounter.
It's not to heal for Rando.
Yep. We don't need it.
I
We
mean,
don't need Ferrando.
fuck you.
I
Adrigast
would
would say otherwise.
Well,
There's not an official ruling on it, but the way that I'm going to rule is that you can hand it off, and it just uses his interact with object action to take the item from you on his next turn.
interesting.
Don't you have also the projected ward
Me?
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, but my ward got destroyed by his fucking
Gotcha.
ice breath.
Yeah.
His ice breath consumed all of my ward hit points.
That's yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll extend my hand with a potion of healing should Ferrando grab it from me with his interact with object action.
And that's interact with object is bonus.
It's a free action. You got one free on your turn.
Okay.
However, you wouldn't be able to
I can't pick
you
up my
would-
rapier.
correct.
Like, yeah. So I'd have to stick with the hand crossbow. Or no, I have to drop the hand crossbow because I have a shield and a crossbow.
Correct.
So I'd have to drop the weapon and then take an action to get the potion, and then drink the potion would be a bonus.
No,
Would be an
I don't think I
action.
can-
It was a free.
The potion
It's
would
a
be an action.
yeah. It's a free action to grab the potion and then an action to drink.
I don't
it.
have a hand free. Yeah, so I don't have a hand free, so I'd have to use my free action to drop a weapon and then take a turn.
dropping a
It's
weapon
free,
is
free,
free
free
action.
action.
Oh,
Yeah, it does not require an interact with object action.
Yeah,
So
dropping
okay.
dropping
D&D.
yeah dropping shit is a free action, meaning you can do it as many times as you want. So if you're
Okay.
holding 12 things, you can drop all 12 of those things.
Gotcha.
As long as you're previously holding them, because grabbing them is a interact with object action.
Yeah.
Okay. I end my turn.
Adrian.
Well. Blank. Let's turn that on. And pop up.
Nice.
Do any of those hit?
First one hits, the second one misses. Nice.
Flurry of blows. Nat 1!
Yeah, that one misses.
I'll use the second attack to just Hand of Healing Miranda. Nat 1 again!
Yeah, world. Nat ones.
Nice miss.
Oh man, it actually has the potential to do 9 healing. That's not bad. It's a shame about the the one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where my percentile dice went, but it's missing. I'll have to find it after this.
Unlucky.
So yeah, you you use yourself with pumpkins and you smack it. You hear a resounding thud as it strikes the yeti on its horns, and you see a fracture happen on its horn. And then you attempt to punch it, and you miss, and then you immediately turn that punch sort of into a sidewinder strike and hit one of Rando's pressure points to restore some health to him.
Oh, thank you, Adrian. Mighty kind of you.
See, Adrian learned this from an old companion, and then shoves her fingers into people's wounds.
Oh.
I think about more like acupuncture.
I know. I just think it's funny.
I
That's
think the
easy,
way that
it's
they
hilarious.
actually flavor it is that you release the chi in their body, which like releases a like burst of
The chi,
Um,
not the key.
same
Oh,
thing.
no.
It's the same thing. you like hit the key in their body, and it's supposed to like release a burst of like healing energy.
I do like
Burst of rejuvenation.
Chi.
I do like the Fendon reference though. It is nice.
Yeah, that's where I learned this from. Fendon was actually great at this. Unironically, I actually learned this after Fendon was gone, so that's what I attribute that to.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Adjust.
I cast Create Bonfire underneath its feet. Right on this square.
That is an 11, so it fails.
13 fire damage.
No, minus 132, minus 13, please.
No, please, minus 132.
Alright, and
It's
now
a
there's
very warm bonfire.
and now there's a fire on this square.
Draw with the draw shape, please.
Okay.
Please not make it red.
This is just my color.
Blue is hard to see.
Fine.
I can just change the color to red like that.
Whole
so-
color theory, jizz. Jizz.
Alright, but yeah.
It sort of screams out in pain, and you can see an obvious look of like fear on its face.
And then I'm going to move over here out of the way.
Rip the light.
Yeah, right? None
What?
of us can see now.
No, he wasn't even supposed to have his light active.
Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, true.
I have it in my scroll case. I can see due to dark vision.
I
Right,
forgot you
but I
guys
couldn't.
needed light.
Yeah. So well, okay, well we're gonna have
That
to see.
changes like a lot, but
Yeah, that changes a lot about the
it
encounter.
changes a lot.
But the
Yeah.
bonfire itself, in theory, would radiate.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
the bonfire
True.
is now radiating light, but previous attacks should have been a
Yeah.
disadvantage, but I
Yeah.
forgot, so
Oops.
because I was using the old token.
Oops.
I didn't even realize I was radiating light, honestly.
Well, that's why you can see. Oh wait, no, you have dark vision normally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have dark vision,
exactly.
so I couldn't tell.
Bruh, same. I feel it.
Right, and that's Adrigast's turn, so that's Villain.
Can you make the? Actually, we can just do this, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
And I'll just delete the square. I'll just have the.
Torch, yeah.
Yeah, if I can just grab. There we go. I just wanted to delete this. I'll have the torch be the bonfire.
Velen is going to stacks because most of her shit's cold damage. He's going to move here and the vampire touch it. She hit. As you watch as she sort of walks up to the Yeti, and then she places her hand on the Yeti, and you can see as the blood that is coating its fur sort of turns black, and a bright red light begins radiating, like, almost into her hand. You guys watch as some of her wounds begin to close, while the Yeti's wounds sort of open. that is her turn, so it's the Yeti's turn. It is going to move away from the fire, and then it is going to make 2 attacks at disadvantage against Velen. Both of those actually hit. Yikes.
Oof.
Rip villain.
I wish I were closer. That's unfortunate. Does Velen have plot armor?
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, at least we won't have to worry about a possible betrayal.
Ooh, Velen gets a critical injury.
Oh, dang.
If only we had the Harshnag here.
Hopefully it doesn't have to do with movement speed, except it's a cold attack, right? So I guess that does have that. Fucking this game.
Well, it did melee attacks, so it should
Yeah.
be slashing.
Where's my card, game? What'd you do with
I
it?
couldn't do anything. Oh well.
If I were within 5 feet, I would have been able to maybe stop the killer gun.
Adrian hopes that she loses a hand.
How rude.
This would technically be slashing, because it is primarily slashing. So he gets -2 to dex saves.
Oh,
And it's healed on a long rest, so.
lucky.
Unlucky for us. The more useless she is, the less she'll be able to hurt us in the future. Because the more she'll have to
I still
rely.
think Andrew's take on her name being a giveaway is funny. You're saying Velen is a villain? Who would have known?
I actually didn't even notice that, if I'm being honest. He's not, well, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Alright, and then the Yeti is going to Chilling Gaze, Atragas, actually, because Atragas is the one that casts the fire. So, Atragas, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
No.
You are within 30 feet.
I know, I was just checking the range. Natural 20! Woo!
Very nice.
Alright, so you avert your gaze quickly after noticing its eyes beginning to glow blue. Brando, your turn.
So just to check, if I drink the potion, I have 0 attacks, right? Because that is the action.
Yep.
Correct. It is an action to drink a potion because it is a magic item.
Oh boy,
And I thought they
tough
were
decisions to be
alchemical.
made.
What'd you say, Adrian?
I thought they were alchemical items.
They are, but they're treated as magic items for the purpose of drinking them, according to the D&D. So.
If I move here and do a crossbow attack, does that hit
You're shooting
Adrian?
through Adrian, so it
Okay.
would be
Right here would be.
creatures provide half cover.
Shoot me.
Oh, that's right, because you can fucking turn it around.
I refuse to do that.
Well, he can throw it at anything.
I'm not spending the key points.
Oh. If you're not spending your key point. It's a lovely gesture, Isaac, but I won't leave my compatriots to be without some assistance.
That hits.
Alright. And Menacing Strike. 16.
Right, it doesn't even matter. You fire your crossbow, and you watch as the arrow flies through the air, and pierces the Yeti through its right eye, and it collapses to the ground with a massive thud.
Oh no!
I run up to it and start using the blood funnel. Alright. Blood funnel. Thing,
Brenda.
bobber.
Why would you shoot him there?
Shoot what? He was there, I had a crossbow, I figured, bloop, just shoot it right at him.
The eyes are important alchemical ingredients, right, Karn?
Yes. Here, throw them in this jar. And I show him my
There's only
Yeti
one of
eye
them.
collection. Oh, then we eat the other one.
Yes, I think you should eat the other one, Karn.
I rip its eye out and I nom on it. What does it taste like?
The broken eye?
Yeah.
Make a con save.
Oh no.
Okay, he's good at these.
Famous last words. Famous last words.
Alright, so you plop the broken eye into your mouth, and instantly your mouth becomes freezing cold. You are going to be taking 10 points of cold damage, and that's after it's halved.
Alright,
God.
5 by 10 points. Tastes like an ice cube.
That's from the blood funnel potion.
Are you drinking it?
Yeah.
Imagine. 3.
Well, I'll hold on.
Wait, isn't that all of your temp hit points gone, Karn?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, God.
Well, I'll save this then for later. We can always use potions at another time.
Yes, probably for the best.
Does
We
anybody
might be able to
need
get a
any-
short respite, but perhaps not out here.
Adrian thinks we should probably get moving quick now.
Agreed.
Yes, we should be moving.
Onward!
Ice cube,
glory.
anyone?
No.
No car, no ice cubes, thank you.
I like this marching order. Karn, move back to place. Isaac
Isaac
will
is in
take
front.
the lead. Go, Isaac, go.
So you guys
Oh,
back
Isaac,
here.
oh, Isaac, oh.
I don't know why I brought you guys onto this map when I'm just moving you straight to the Grimskull map.
Well, because
Let me make sure that I set up a token properly and it's not emitting light this time. It shouldn't be. It is. Okay, I need to change this shit, apparently, because it's still fucking broken.
why'd you break it, Amaya?
Wasn't intentional. Let me...
Are you sure? Steven, she's trying to break your character.
Edit. Move token.
Nothing new.
Yes.
Even
I'm gonna bring that up in. I'm
Yes.
gonna bring that up in marital therapy. I'll just be like, I think she should mess with my D&D character. And she's gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm talking about. She's like, no, I have no idea.
No.
Just imagine that being like a really funny topic in marital therapy. She fucked with my D&D character. What the hell?
She deleted their stats.
Oh god. That is actually serious.
Yeah.
I would not stand for that.
Just like write up some divorce papers right there and there. You did what to my character?
You
How
made them
dare
emit
you.
light?
I thought that if I could emit light on your character, maybe you would see me for once.
Oh no.
Shit just got heavy.
Actually, is that alright? Otherwise.
Oh, nice. Expended another Spiritory dice. I'm down to 3.
Yeah, there's so many things that you guys haven't been able to see because of the first chapter. Not doing all the plans.
Are you BMing us?
No, I'm just trying to find the correct art handout because there's so many handouts you guys haven't gotten yet.
This also needs to go into marital therapy. Steven, bring it up.
We're not doing marital therapy.
He's holding
Maybe
out
you
the
should
handouts
be.
on me.
Where's the loots?
Where's the fat loot? Amaya?
We
I thought I
were
mattered to
promised
you.
that loot.
Where's the 25,000 gold pieces we were promised? Where?
I gave you the fat loot. You gave me fat loot with an F. I didn't want calories. I wanted the pH.
Oh shit.
Because of turtles, all I can think of is uranium when you say that.
U is for uranium bombs.
Well, he always brings up how many calories are in a gram of uranium.
Steven does?
No, fat.
Turtle does.
Oh, turtles. I thought it was fat. That's something fat would
Nope,
do.
not fat.
Alright, well, I can't find the art handout, so I'm going to assume that there isn't one. I probably got it confused with a different one. But as you guys climb these steps, or as you reach the bottom of the steps, rising before you is a 600-foot-tall mountain of glacial ice. Its peak is carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown. Leading up the mountain's southern slope are enormous stairs hewn from ice. These steps, which extend from the base of the mountain to the base of the fortress, were clearly made for giants. As you guys climb the steps, they end in front of a double door made from slabs of ice, with dragon skulls and bones embedded in them. Carved into the lintel is a single word in the Dwarvish script.
I can read Dwarvish. What does it say?
If you speak Giants, you can also read Dwarvish, because they share the same scripts.
Yay!
Well, actually, they share the same script, similar to, like, English and Spanish, so, no, you guys wouldn't be able to read it.
It's very guttural and different.
Yes, I will read it in giant. It is gibberish.
Yep.
I
Does
don't
no one
know.
understand Dwarvish? Oh yeah, Idrigas does.
Oh, never mind. It says that they, like, share the exact same thing, so you guys are able to read it. I guess when they say that they share the same script, it's, like, literal. Like, they share the exact same thing if it's written.
Well,
It
in,
reads Grimskull.
in giants and dwarves case, it does, but in most cases it doesn't.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Either way, the dwarf reads Grimskull.
Sweet. Because I believe dwarves use their dialect from giant, so it's a little different slightly.
Where's the door?
Yes, I can't see
it's up
anything.
here. You guys want to light a light source, or what?
No, Adrian will just.
I will cast light on. Here, Fernando, do you want to lead with a sword, or are you using your hand crossbow or something?
I'll probably be using my shield and my sword. It is my preference, after all.
All right.
Just,
I will
you know,
ca-
If I hit a trap.
I'm going to cast light on Fernando's shield.
Arn's gonna lit a torch.
By the way, babe, it needs to be updated on drop.
Oh, is it not set to that right now?
No.
It is not.
Man, I hate how they reset everything when they updated.
Are we missing someone?
Yeah,
Adrian moved ahead.
Adrian's leading the way.
Lighter.
Because blind people don't need light.
I can't see anything. Damn
Alright, I
it.
need to refresh because all of a sudden my game is like lagging like crazy. I don't know if anybody else's is, but mine is like really
Just
bad.
you.
Doing okay so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh really quick.
Okay. I'm so surprised and shocked that Roll20 is not performing well for all of us. It's a really new issue.
Really.
fine. It's more forming 5.
I would move to another tabletop if I wasn't so invested in Roll20.
Yeah.
If I didn't have so much money in Roll20, then I'd definitely move over to like Shard or Foundry.
What was the one we used for the Eberron setting with what's his
Foundry.
It
name?
was Foundry.
That was Foundry.
I liked Foundry.
I did
It was
too.
nice.
I was
Not as nice as
watching-
Shard though. Shard is super fucking nice. Shard is like beyond nice.
Fair enough.
Isn't there like a tabletop game that's coming out for Steam? Like Steam is going to have this like tabletop simulator, right?
They've had Tabletop Simulator out
Yeah,
for,
you
like,
could do it
forever.
with mods.
Is there a new tabletop simulator coming out? Is that what you're saying?
I thought so, but
Interesting.
I could be wrong.
Do we want to roll initiative while going inside?
I assume that you guys will be on alert, so yes, let's go ahead and roll initiative now.
Sure, it's me, not the
Because
torch.
you guys will not be entering this not big on alert, so.
Are you sure?
Ah!
You underestimate our power.
You underestimate my power! I have not even yet reached my final form.
Your final food.
Final form.
Join the dark side.
Unlimited power!
Unlimited power!
Oh god.
Okay, I have not reached yet my final form. What a super saiyan!
Oh no.
Would you like to supersize those fries?
No, Frieza's southern.
You can't do the Tig Man. You got to do the frost giant thing, man. Throw some frost balls at them.
Do you know the way? I know the
Do
way.
you know the way? Yeah.
Now,
Everyone understands Dracula. We come from a foreign land, no longer here.
We're all meme lords, and I love it.
Disagree, I am not.
I don't know about this Frost Maiden, but I'm going to do something about it. Couldn't tell if it was
If we
Swedish
all
or
die-
Canadian. But...
Okay, if we all die, and Ian, you do not make a character that is at least Canadian Swedish, I will actually find. I will come out to Las Vegas and I will kill you.
That would actually be a great plot twist. He's a really great bard, but no one understands whatever the fuck he's saying, so he can't perform anywhere. Like, he's one of the best bards on earth, but he doesn't understand a fucking word he says.
Pine
I
travel.
don't understand why my words are so difficult to her.
God.
Alright, so I need whoever is trying to open the door to make an athletics check.
I'll do it. Athletics for you. Oh, that was
Athletics for you!
Alright, Karn, you try to push the door open, and it budges slightly and then shuts with a loud bang.
Could I get some help over here?
I start to, like, warm up my shoulders. Well, not exactly known for this, but
Brando,
Let's do it.
Stay back, stay back.
Alright,
Adrian's got it.
I was warming up my... Fine.
we
I'll
push.
assist Karn.
Oh.
Wow.
There's one intend to push it, this time you aren't even able to get it, like, open even a little bit.
Alright, Adrian, move aside. It's time for a warrior.
Adrian
To-
thinks that Karn should.
What?
Adrian.
I was going to say that Khan should do it, but I'll be there for moral support, yes?
Oh,
Moral support and help. Let's try it.
Yes.
Again.
Yes. Rah rah shish kumbah. Put it to the door, Khan. Yeah, yes.
Perfect.
As he's, like, giving you these, like, words, you sort of get frustrated because you have no idea what the fuck he's saying. And you sort of push open a door in a fit of, like,
Annoyance.
what's the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, annoyance. Annoyance would be a good term.
Because it's not rage.
Oh
Right,
god, what
I
is that?
need Karn and Ferrando to
Okay.
make a con save. No, dexterity saving. My bad. Dex save.
Oh, back save. Please let +8 mean something. Oh,
We'll use your first roll and then subtract 4, so it'll be 11. So, for Rando, you sort of dash out of the way, and you sort of take 9 cold damage as the breath from this wolf just catches your arm as you, like, move. And that will be halved to 5 for you.
Oh, okay.
And then Karn, you will take the full force of it, and you'll be taking 9 cold damage after it's halved.
These rings of warmth were worth everything we paid for them. Holy shit.
Alright, and I forgot Velen again, so I'm gonna drag her onto the fucking map before I forget about her again. It's so hard for me to, like, roleplay an NPC in the party because it feels like a DNPC, and it feels wrong.
That's a shit.
I need to pull her
That's
from
why you
the
haven't.
previous one.
Well, at least it's a human mage and not a giant.
No. We need those giants in our party.
Hot armor.
Harshnag MVP.
He is.
As I might need that potion of healing.
Giants, let me reduce your size.
Did somebody call for a giant?
Thanks, Andre.
Giant strength.
Anybody want a peanut?
No more rhyming, now I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Velen, where the fuck is yours?
He's certainly lacking in charm.
I love that movie.
Hope you dream of large women.
Fernando, it really is sort of a Wesley character, isn't he?
But it's like a Leslie character that,
Leslie.
like, isn't cool, though. like Leslie is kind of a badass. My
Wesley.
friend was trying to be, but kind of, you know, doesn't hit the mark.
Wesley.
So, as you open the door, this blast of, like, cold just goes through the door, and hits both Rando and Karn. And then you all hear the wolf speak in a deep, common voice. Trespassers.
Only of the robbing variety.
And Frando, you're first in initiative.
I see a dead wolf.
Adrian doesn't see anything.
Adrian, you're blind.
Wait, that was my torch.
Would you have recasted your ward at this point?
No, I
I
could
can't
only.
know that. I can't know that.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's. Yeah, I only get the. I can recharge my ward by casting abjuration spells, but I haven't casted any abjuration spells. Besides the initial one, but besides casting shield at the start of the day, or not shield, mage armor at the start of the day to create my ward. Ugh,
Are you okay?
Okay.
I just burped.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do something a little risky for the biscuit. Kind of stupid at 28 health, but...
Ooh, nice.
First one hits, second one is going to miss.
And then, that's going to be... trip attack. DC
what save is
16 strength. DC 16 strength, I believe. Hold on. I'll just link it. Yeah, strength.
That is a 12, so it fails.
Which means the second
Sweet.
attack had advantage, so it was a 21. Does a 21 hit?
The 21 does hit, yes.
Cool. Let me go back to chat, and then we'll do the whoop.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, and I'm gonna action surge, because I ain't playing with 28 health.
Seven and 12 or 13.
27 hits, the 13 also hits.
Nice. Don't forget, you also still have your second wind that you haven't used.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I will use second wind.
Alrighty. So in one fell swoop, you sort of take your rapier, you sweep it out from under its teeth, and then make 3 quick jabs at it while it's on the ground. You watch as blood begins to coat its fur. It is now bloody. Right, Karn.
Oh, good healing.
He's going to run up behind it and swing down on it, not raged. So let me take that off.
But you have advantage ++2, so you should hit it guaranteed.
Yep.
22
That's
and
both of those
27. Yeah.
Now
Not
you
used to
hit
seeing
like
that as low
Adrian.
damage. Yeah.
The wolf whimpers in pain as it's lying on the ground. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Right, adjust.
Yeah, I'll just.
Superiority die restore on a short rest, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking busted. That's so
I'm
weak. That's crazy.
just gonna cast create bonfire underneath of it, and it has disadvantage on dex save because it's prone. So boom.
Nice. That is a 6, so it fails.
13 fire damage.
And now it is also cooking while lying there. The fire appears underneath it. Right,
Poor
Isaac.
wolf.
Already dead.
It
It's
works.
fine.
It works for the frost maiden, so it's evil.
Can't really see much, so I'm gonna hobble over. What are we doing? Oh, a wolf? Okay. I'm guessing it's going to have cover because I'd be shooting this
Well,
way if I were to do anything.
Plus, you would have disadvantage because it's prone. Ranged
Oh,
attacks
sure,
on
yeah.
a prone target have disadvantage.
Oh, in that case, well, I was. Where the hell was I?
You were right
I
next
would
to me.
not. I
You're
would
right
not
here.
have done that. I would walk right behind Rando, and I will cast Cure Wounds on him. At what level? What level do I want to do Cure Wounds at?
Whatever
Well,
level
let's
you
do it.
want.
Point. Second level.
Nice.
Alright,
Right,
so you're up.
Brandon, you feel a hand touch your back and a warmth spread through your body as your wounds begin to close.
Is that a 13 total?
Yes.
Okay. So add that forward to what I just did. So cool. All right. I'm feel a little safer now. Thank you, Isaac.
Don't mention it.
Righty, Adrian.
And it's not dead yet?
It is not dead yet.
Weird cooking wolf.
Adrian doesn't really want to kill you. Are you sure you want to die here? I say to the wolf.
It's sort of like whimpering in pain, and through the burning, it sort of looks up at you. It doesn't say anything, but you can see determination in its eyes.
Adrian, sorry. Oh,
Those have
are at
advantage. So that's a 14 for the first one.
My bad. And then a 23 for the second one.
Both of those hit.
Nice.
Alright, you take your pumpkin staff and you sort of bring it down. It crashes into the wolf's skull twice, and you watch his blood begin trailing across the ice floor.
Is it dead?
It is now dead.
And now cooking, officially.
He's gonna go get his torch.
We will keep this initiative for the rest of the dungeons as I do.
Shall we press on?
We shall.
Alright, as you guys come into this, you see as a 2-foot deep blanket of cold mist is sort of creeping across the floors. You can see that everything in here is carved out of ice, from the doors to the ground to the walls. All of it is made of ice. It is not illuminated. There is no light at all anywhere in here. You can assume that the previous occupants probably carried torches to be able to see. All the doors that you see are massive. They're like 25 feet high, 8 feet wide, and they are like 2.5 feet thick of pure ice. And the ceilings rise about 30 feet above you.
Well, should we open this door or continue down the hallway?
We don't exactly know where we're looking for the thing we are looking for, so perhaps we just start opening doors?
Let's see what's behind door number 1.
Ra ra con shish kum ba.
Athletics again?
Yep. Every door in here is going to require an athletics check.
Copy that.
This time you're able to push it open with all your might, not wanting to hear Ferrando's shenanigans again. This long rectangular room is strewn with pieces of rotting wood and rusted metal. The remnants, you assume it to be the remnants of giant weapons and weapon racks. There's a rusted out helmet sized for a giant lying against the back wall.
Well, it's safe to say none of these are artifacts given their current state.
Could we make a closer inspection to see if anything's usable?
You can, yes, if you'd like to.
Would
I'd be
anyone
wi-
like to investigate?
I'd be willing to help.
Okay, would you like to do the investigation?
I have a 0 for investigation, so I'm just...
Adragast, come here.
Yes.
Yeah, what? I was.
Pointy
We're
ears.
trying to look around, see if there's anything useful. You seem
We
to be.
figured your academic ability
I
might...
was keeping watch, but sure, I'll take a look.
I'll keep watch now, or we'll switch off.
shall
I hope
help
you find something interesting.
What am I looking for exactly?
Any
Anything of value
useful
that isn't
items.
rusted. Yeah.
Okay. I'll look for anything that's usable.
Make a perception check.
Oh. So perception is a +1, so that's a 9. I thought you said it was investigation.
I didn't say investigation.
Adrian's good at perception.
Adrian, perhaps you should come inside. Adragast is looking a little lost. No offense.
Yeah, never assume what a
Adragast
check
is
is going to be
probably
until I say it, so. But yeah, there's nothing in there except for like rotting wood and like rusted giant-sized weapons that are sort of strewn across the ground. Most of them are falling apart due to the rust.
Hmm.
Varen, what exactly is the shape of what we're looking for? Have you any idea?
Well, it's a book.
Yes.
Perhaps we
I
find
imagine a
one.
very
I know
large.
it's kept in the basement. Where that is, I'm not sure.
Well, if we find stairs down, might be our best bet.
All right, Khan, give it a go. You've got it.
Rah rah, Sispumba!
Yes, what Isaac said. Absolutely.
I just stare at Ferrando. Are
It
you
doesn't
gonna
work when
help
I
me?
do it.
We're giving you assistance.
You attempt to push open the door. It opens a little bit and then slams shut again, and then you can hear grunts from inside.
Nobody appreciates the water-deep cheer.
Oh no, never mind. You don't hear grunts.
The 19
hear that.
doesn't open it. That feels bad.
On, Khan, put some back into it.
Needs
Yeah?
The fact that doors require a DC 20, that's rough.
roll again.
Hey, 27.
Alright, give me just 1 second before I open the door for you.
Okay. And I would have dropped my torch before I tried to push.
Dang. Action Surge also restores on a short rest.
Everything for fighters comes back on a short rest.
And Second Wind? I thought that was a full rest.
We should
Because
probably
that's
be
fucking busted.
trapped.
It is. It is. Second Wind is restored after a short rest. That's
Oh, shit,
fucking
yeah,
busted.
we haven't even considered if any of these doors are trapped.
Alright, so you force open the door. Where's the routine?
What the fuck is that?
A withered old frost giant leaning heavily on a giant axe sits in front of a tall door in the far wall. The giant's wooden stool upon which he sits creaks under his weight as he stares at you with cloudy eyes.
I can't see anything from my angle.
Noble giants. Greetings. We have come in search of the caudicle.
It's Codicil! Garn, Codicil!
I thought it was kind
I thought it was kind of cool also.
You don't gain any. You gain no response.
Can we inspect the giant to see if he's still alive? Or if he's frozen completely?
As you step there, he stands up and you hear him say in giant, "Death, we meet at last." And now we're entering initiative.
Okay. I might need some help on this one, guys.
Oh, no, you got this.
Okay. Did the giant roll yet? Okay, it didn't. Okay. Damn it, Con! Alright,
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
was
go
like,
next.
no.
I'm gonna go next to Karn.
Oh,
And we're gonna do boop because I'm not getting close to a fucking giant.
You've never fought giants before, have you? Ooh, okay.
Let me pull up, because I wasn't able to edit his stat blocks. Let me pull up that book that I got you. Did I pin it somewhere?
You definitely
Was it in
can
the Stormking's Thunder one that I pinned it?
Yeah, give me 1 second, I can repin it. Is it the rune guy, or the, whatever it's called?
Yeah, it's the same one that the runes are in. I did not pin it in there.
Yeah, it is. Here we go. Copy
Use
link.
organization.
You want me to send it to you or just post it in chat?
Just send it to me, please.
Ah,
Thank
that
you.
makes so much more sense. That's actually really interesting. So, codicil is the diminutive form of codex. It was developed in later Latin, in from Middle English. So, like,
I have a
sorry.
feeling it had something to do with that.
I mean, I assumed that there was at least maybe a prefix holdover, obviously, from codex, and it's the same COD, but yeah, makes sense.
For some reason, it's not downloading for me. I probably have it on my Google
If-
Drive. Let me check.
Yeah, I was gonna say if not, I should have it in my Google Drive as well.
My drive, DM shit.
I have time to go get
Magic
another
shit.
cup of coffee, if it's already made.
Probably. Because I need to find this. So.
I'll be right back.
So we'll,
There, now I downloaded.
I'm going to be doing this on my unless the giant has a reaction, which I guess you need to look up to know.
This looks like a special giant, so
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he's riding something.
You wouldn't know if it has a reaction or not, so.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to, like, I'll wait. I just wanted to do this.
It's not actually writing something, this is just like a generic frost giant thing.
Hmm.
Really? Did they update
Yeah.
the tokens?
Well, this is the default one for Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Okay. Now, is that a mammoth he's riding? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
That one's a female frost giant, I believe, actually.
It looks like it's riding a mammoth.
Let me see if anybody's done fan art of this guy yet. Doesn't look like they have.
Irregardless,
Do giants ride mammoths?
Yeah, they do. Or frost giants do sometimes. It's their choice now.
There's not a picture that I can find that would like match what he looks like, so
Gotcha.
is what it is.
Well, prepare to die.
Alright, when they get back, we can resume combat because I know what's
I
going on.
have returned.
Then now we're just waiting for
For coffee.
Penny, for the
Adrian.
coffee.
Yeah.
Can I do rally as a bonus action? Will that affect anything?
You can do rally as a bonus action. Well, if it's your turn, then yes, you can.
Yes, it is. So whether or not the crossbow lands, I'm doing this.
Oh, that's
Your resolve, Khan. It looks like we're going in for it.
I'll take
It's 5
that.
temporary hit points. Yeah.
It's 5 more than my head.
How much time has passed since we've been on the island? An hour?
Probably about an hour at this point, yeah. Because it was 45 minutes to get here, and then I would say that it's... well, actually, no, not even. It's been like 50 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, now that he is back, you can continue with your, Oh, wait, right. You already made your attack. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Okay. That's... I guess that's gonna end my turn. I think I'm gonna pick up my rapier. Can I do that if I'm not finishing with another attack? No, because I dropped it this round.
Correct. And you
Okay.
drew your hand crossbow.
Yes. So that's it. I end my turn.
Alright. Turn.
Well, first thing,
You dropped
I'm
the
rage.
torch at the door.
Yes, that is correct. So, I will draw my weapon now. I am going to rage. So let's take another one down. And I guess I'm going to charge it and attempt to attack it unless it has an attack against me.
Go ahead and make your attacks. First one hits, second one is going to miss.
Alright. And then I will brace for retaliation and my turn.
Alright, so you take your great axe, you attempt to hit it, and it sinks about half an inch into the giant's leg, and he says, "Thankful for the honorable death." And then as you pull it on and try to make it again, you aren't able to.
Can I respond to him?
Yeah.
Why do you wish for death?
You don't get a response.
Okay. That'll be it.
Or actually, you do get a response. He says, "I can see your lips move, but I can't hear you, little one."
Okay.
Alright, how'd you guess?
I don't even know how to reply to that.
They're saying this in common, right?
No, giant.
Oh, okay, so I can't understand. So a giant hasn't said anything in common, right?
You got quiet. I need to turn you up. Because for some reason you got really quiet. What'd you say?
I said, has the giant said anything in common?
No.
Okay. I'm going to. Oops. Ray of Enfeeblement. Does this one?
That's going to miss.
Yeah, okay.
The ray sort of strikes against the wall, and Karn, you hear him him say, "Where are you, spellcaster?"
No response from me.
It doesn't appear that he can see very far.
Is the giant speaking loudly? Do I hear it?
Yeah, it's like a very reverberating voice.
Adrian thinks you made it angry.
Waste of a second level spell slot. And that's my turn.
Isaac.
Isaac will take 15 feet of movement to go right here. Throw a firebolt at it.
That will hit.
9 damage.
Oh, what the fuck?
You watch as it sort of, as you throw it, and it hits it, and sort of dissipates across its armor. And it says, 2 spellcasters.
And then we'll, I can't, sorry. Then I'll use the remaining 10 feet of my movement to get behind, Brando.
Got it.
And then my turn.
Alright, Adrian.
Is it safe over there yet?
Is it just-
It's still a giant.
Oh, jeez. I'ma hit it.
Go for it.
My staff. Oh wait, it's not an advantage anymore. So 11 and 21.
11 misses, 21 hits. Alright, you smack into it with the staff, and it sort of, like, reverberates through his leg. You hear him say back in Giants, "An honorable fight, that is what I wish for."
Adrian can give that, and then I'm gonna spend a key point, and I'm gonna hit him.
That one's going to miss.
Then I'm gonna hit him again.
That one hits. Alright, you sort of punch his shin, because that's about as high as you can reach. And you feel the reverberations, like, get sent up his body. And he lets out, like, a groan of pain.
I'm done.
Right, Cullen.
Where if she hits me with some shit, I will kill her.
Is also going to cast Raven Enfeeblements. And she hits. So he succeeds on the save.
No, he doesn't have to roll until after the end of his turn.
Right.
Nice. Big.
Oh boy, that's probably gonna save us.
So for this turn, at the very least, his melee attacks deal, or his strength-based attacks deal half damage.
Right, Urtgard stands up from his stool. You see as he reaches with his right hand to a giant great axe that was laying against the wall. He picks it up, and then he is going to make 2 attacks.
Did more damage.
He is going to make them against.
Oh god, I'm scared.
I'm gonna roll a d100 actually, because
Ah!
it's gonna make them against Karn.
Oh yay.
Like 2 attacks?
Yes.
He's not gonna split the damage between the 2 of us? Damn it.
That is a 22 and a 20.
Both hit.
Are you raging, Karn?
Yes, I am.
Alright, so you are going to be taking 24, half to 12 slashing damage from the first.
Half to 6.
Why is it half to 6?
Because he does half damage, and then rage halves the damage that he takes.
Oh, correct. Yeah, because 3 of them keep him in. So you are taking 6 from the first one, and then you are taking 7 from the second.
My temporary HP actually meant something. Holy shit.
2, 5, 13. Okay. Yay. That
Alright,
hurt.
Ferrando.
Can I hit him from here? From
Yes,
where
you
I'm
can.
at? Okay. If it's honor you want in terms of combat, I shall oblige.
Both of those will hit. You make 2 swift cuts as you pierce into his calf on his leg. He once again lets out like a groan of pain.
Okay, and then I'm going to rally once again. It's my last superiority die. Adrian, steel your resolve. That axe is nothing but a toy. And then roll.
Adrian thinks it's very real.
So is it? I think it's 1d8 plus 2, correct?
For what?
Sorry, it's a new maneuver. Spirit die plus 2, yeah. Okay, so. Okay, so you're getting 10 temporary points.
Oh boy.
How many superiority die do you have left?
That was my last one.
Oh boy. None
I'm
for the
counting
rock.
kind of on a short rest somewhere in here at some point.
Oh boy. Never rest in dungeons.
This I did not know.
It's okay.
Alright, and is that your turn, Ferrando?
Yes.
Alright, Karn.
Alright. And basing off his last words, a noble death you shall have, and I will swing again.
Oh, he succeeded on the con save, by the way, so he's no longer enfeebled.
Oh,
Fuck.
He sort of has a +8 to con saves, so. First one is going to miss, second one hits. Alright, you take your great axe and you swing it into his calf again, this time cutting fairly deep. He is not bloodied.
Really?
This is what I wish for.
I nod, and I will end my turn.
Adjagast.
fire underneath his feet. This square right.
Adjagast, he seems to wish to die in hand-to-hand combat, or some sort of martial combat.
Right there. Underneath his foot.
You think Adragast cares?
Not in the slightest, but I figured...
He
well,
He
kills
doesn't
his
care
there.
about anything.
8 fire
Ferrando
damage.
does.
You hear him say out in Giant again. Spellcaster, where are you? You hide behind your magics.
And,
He's saying this in Giant, of course.
yeah, obviously. Also, did Fernando say anything out loud when he said that?
I guess I wouldn't have known that he's saying this because Karn hasn't translated, so never mind. I don't know Giant.
Yeah, I was to
So
say.
retcon. Retcon.
Yeah, you can just base what I've been saying, and you're just like, what?
Oh, are you saying? I thought you were
Yeah,
responding.
I said, and a noble death you shall have. I said that out loud to him.
Oh, in
for my
common.
last act. Yeah, in common.
I guess I could understand from the tone that that's probably what the Giant wants, because he's like, oh, axe got hit with cool. Oh, spell not cool. So maybe I know, but
You've heard him roar every time that a spell has been casted.
yeah. So I'm gonna be like, maybe we don't do that.
Nope. Sorry, I'm sparing no expense in this place, sir.
Right, Isaac.
I'm going to take. Sorry. One step this way, one step up. How much feet I have between me and him, and I'm going to throw a dagger. I'm going to throw my dagger at him.
That hits. The dagger sort of sticks into his leg, and it's sort of like embedded in his flesh.
Good job.
And I end my turn.
Right, Adrian.
Adrian thinks a more noble death might be fighting the Frost Maiden with us, but I guess that can't be helped. I say that in Giant.
It doesn't hear you anyway. Karn.
Does your plague mask cover your mouth?
No.
You hear him say, more lips moving.
If only I could teach him some form of sign language without him getting angry and possibly trying to kill us.
If only I understood Giant. Because, this is the thing.
Sucks.
Both of those hit. Alright, you smash your pumpkin staff into him twice, and you watch as his knees sort of begin to buckle, and he falls to one knee. Make it swift. That also hits.
That's Swift?
He is still alive.
Nah,
So very, very, very damaged.
I didn't want to waste a key point.
Okay, Velen will finish him off.
Yeah, I'm done.
Velen. She's just sort of going to go against the wall, clutch the wound on her side, and says, "It seems they have this handled."
Pussy.
She has no HP.
So? She's just gonna do nothing is when she can cast the spell? Pussy.
Not when she'd rather save it, or she's very central.
She doesn't have cantrips.
I mean, she does, but she knows that you can't damage Frost Giant's ice.
Bad wizard then. Doesn't have enough versatility.
I mean, she has plenty, just not meant for fighting things in Icewind Dale.
But she's in Icewind Dale. So
Yes, she is.
so bad wizard because she didn't prepare properly.
Okay, her card. So I'm gonna roll a percentage die. Each of you will represent 33 on the die.
Huh?
Each of the... Actually, wait, no. What he is going to do is he's going to say, I can't see you, but that doesn't mean I can't hit you.
For what?
He's throwing a rock in your direction, Adrigas, at disadvantage. That is an 18.
Holy crap.
Hold on. That shield.
Shit.
Actually,
Yeah,
wait,
the
yeah, I do.
Paradise.
But hold on, why is my armor class 10? It should be 13 because I have fucking thing.
Mage armor.
Yeah. I always cast mage armor at the start of every day, so I don't know why it was at 10. Fuck me.
So shield would raise it to 17.
No, shield would raise it to 18 because shield gives +5.
Yeah, if you had 10, doesn't mage armor only give you +2?
No, mage armor makes your AC 13 plus your dex mod.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I don't have a dex mod. So it's just 13. But, so it wouldn't do anything.
Right. You are taking 25 bludgeoning damage as this rock, well, the stool that he was sitting on sort of crashes into you.
Sure. 25%.
Yes, 25 bludgeoning. And that is a critical injury.
No, because I only take 21 damage. Because I still had 4 temporary hit points left.
Temp HP. Temp HP.
So I only take 21.
I didn't think you still had temporary hit points left.
Bitch!
Yeah, this is why I think Rally is going to be huge.
Never underestimate the wizard.
Always underestimate the wizard.
Alright, that is
Everyone's
Guard's turn. So Ferrando, it's your turn. You watch as this, like, stool flew through the air and sort of crashed into Adrigas, and his back sort of hit the wall from the force.
Alright, well. That wasn't very nice.
Second hits.
Nice.
Now that he's sort of on his knee, you sort of take your rapier and stab it up into his abdomen. He is still alive.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ends my turn.
Right, Karn.
Okay, I'm just going to nod at him, assuming he sees me, and attempt to
Alright,
kill
both of those
him.
hit. Alright, so with your first strike, you bring it up, and you sort of bring it up swiftly, and in one swift motion, you cut off his head with your great axe.
That's exactly what I was intending. Well, that was interesting.
Yes. Adrian, is there anything useful on the party by chance?
Probably not.
It's gonna do there, so you guys can actually see the door that was behind him.
On?
Adrigas
Rah,
coming
and all
up.
that?
Huh?
We might not always share the same opinions, but I don't want you to die up here.
Did the
Gonna-
giant look like he was wearing anything, like, extraordinary looking, I guess?
No, its armor seemed to be like patchwork, and its great axe is too large to be wielded.
Okay. Alright. Door
What
to
about-
them.
Cure wounds at second level on Adragast. You have 12 HP now.
I'm assuming I didn't open a door.
Nope, you weren't able to get it open. Not with an ally. Well, not with the nades, I should say.
Just with all wordless response, give a nod.
Blondie, I need help.
Well, put your back into it, yes? Yes, heel on the ground and thrust with your hips. Like that. That's weird when you do
You
that.
don't find like this encouragement as annoying as his previous encouragement, so you weren't able to find the rage to open the door.
He's not trying to fuck the door, he's trying to open it. Come on!
Isaac, you have no proclivity or ability in martial
Hold on.
anything, so excuse you.
Let
Can't
me try
hips
this.
thrusting.
Because you said this, I am doing this now. Excuse me, Karn, get out of my way.
I still have
Isaac,
rage
you're
going,
wasting
right?
time.
Well, you still fail.
I still
I
have
still
rage
fail.
going, right?
Did
Or has a minute passed
you ever
already?
see? A minute hasn't quite passed, so yes, it would still be active. In which case, you got advantage would be the 12, which still is not enough.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
And you're ready.
With the hips, Khan, with the
Oh
hips.
my god.
Yeah, you're just like really struggling to open this door.
I will blow this door down if necessary.
Isaac, don't be quaint.
One last try.
Come on, Khan. Rah rah, shish kumba. Put it in
Alright,
the
this
thing.
time, he's sort of like keeps spouting these words at you, and your rage sort of builds up, and you push the door open with all your mights.
I'm kind of winded.
I just look back, look at Fernando, I was like, really? With the hips?
With the
As
hips,
you
yes.
push
That's how
open
you.
the door, you can hear the jingling of coins as they're pushed back by the door.
Oh.
Inside, you see heaps of gold pieces, silver pieces, and copper pieces. You also see a giant-sized shield that was made out of white dragon scales and 4 giant-sized rings. You also see 2-foot-tall, 50-pound chip statuettes of a god that you don't recognize, or a goddess that you don't recognize. You also see a jug lying among the piles of gold.
Payday.
Khan, how much of this can you carry?
Depends.
Can I make a
Okay.
religion check on the statuette?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, nice.
You recognize this as Grim, who is the evil frost giant god.
We're in.
Oh, male. My bad. It's a male.
And what is that made of exactly?
It's made of
Adrian?
chip ice.
Oh. I'm wondering if any of the other rings or shields of anything of value. Would that I
pick up the
could
jug?
wield that shield.
Karn, do you mind if I look at the jug? I know you like things to drink out of. I was just wondering if I could look at it.
Go ahead.
And how large is that shield? You said very giant, yes?
It's a giant-sized shield.
And how much does said giant shield weigh?
It's too much for you to wield, but in terms of weight, it's probably about 150 pounds.
How much you got left, Karn?
Enough. Could you attempt to attune to it?
Hold on. How much gold are you carrying?
I don't even know how much there is to begin with.
Yeah. Is there a number, Amaya?
I can't tell you guys until you count it.
Well, we don't need to count
Oh my
it.
God.
We can go by weight.
Yeah, we have to count it later.
Yes, I'm calculating the weight for you guys. Just
Okay.
hang on a second.
Oh, I'll carry the jug. That's maybe something to piss in or just drink. Maybe maybe the Frost Maiden has a wine has a wine cellar in the basement.
The weight of,
Just a thought, though, Isaac. Maybe with the whole giant shield and rings and gold, maybe we just don't piss in the jug. Yes. As it might be valuable. I don't know. Just a thought, you know.
I mean, what does the jug look like?
So I can.
each
pull-
coin is worth 0.002 for weight. So it's 100 coins is 2 pounds. Just an FYI.
can carry about 220 more pounds.
The coins alone would weigh 271 pounds.
Oh my God! Take the coin.
just-
What?
Just take take 200 pounds. I can carry some because I'm only carrying 74 pounds.
How much do the giant rings weigh?
They're made of gold, so it's extremely heavy. Probably 75 pounds each.
Holy shit! Just on the weight alone, based on what Steven said, that's over 13,000 gold. sorry to metagame, but I'm just like, what the fuck?
I can
Like-
I can
Keep in mind that these are gold pieces, silver pieces, and copper pieces.
Okay,
it's a
okay.
mixture of currency.
but all the coins weigh the same.
Gotcha.
But I can carry 91 more pounds. So if you can carry like 200 pounds, Karn, I'll carry the other 70.
Adragast, is any of this magical in nature? Any of the items, I guess? The rings, the shield.
I'd have to ritual cast detect magic. I don't have it prepared.
That's
Yeah.
10 minutes, right?
Yeah, if we have 10 minutes to spare.
It's going to take you guys an hour to gather all the coins. So,
Okay, cool. So that's
While
fine.
that's being gathered,
I'll
might I
ritual
take a
cast it.
rest, or would that take it longer?
a short rest is an hour length of time, so you could. However, I do need to make a roll for roaming monster if you guys are doing this.
How large?
Uh,
Wait, how large is the room?
10 feet? Yeah, it's 10 by 10.
Let me see. Okay, I'll do this. Because my dome, I believe, is 20 by 20. I'm gonna come over here first. And block.
Because the dome would camouflage us if it's put in front of the door, right?
And it would block the door. I'm gonna block the door with it. So I'm gonna sit in front of the door, ritual cast the dome, and make it the same color as the wall.
While everyone's
Let-
inside it, right?
Let the other two in.
Well, it takes me 10 minutes to ritually cast it, so that'll have
Okay,
Yeah.
there is going to be a gap because remember it's 30 feet high.
I mean, there'll be a gap above, but it'll stop
Correct.
It should stop most things from coming in.
Yeah. Most things. Maybe not giants, but.
But it blocks the width. So
Mhm. Depends on the
and
monster.
my
I
dome,
guess that's
and
cool.
my dome is 20 feet high, so there's only a 10-foot gap at the top. So
5 foot. Zones are 30 feet, doors are 25.
okay, so there's only a 5-foot gap at the top. Even better.
Okay, and you aren't able to leave your dome while it's active, correct?
Yeah, if I leave my dome, it drops.
You guys walk as Adragas walks over, as you guys are sort of trying to shove all of these coins into the bags that you're carrying. And you watch as he casts a spell to sort of like raise a dome that looks like the wall.
And I will, I'm gonna ask, or I'll just say, move everything into vision of the doorway, or bring it out into this room, and I can at least look at them through my dome to see if it's magical.
Alright.
Adrian kind of wishes we just did this after we finished the dungeon.
There's no telling what we will be able to carry, what we will be seeing coming up. Best to carry it now, I think.
Well, and yeah, it's
Adrian
also,
disagrees. This is just wasting time.
it is good for a short rest for Ferrando though too. That is useful.
Yeah.
Unless we don't fulfill our objective because we spent so much time gathering coin in the first room we went into.
But we need the coin anyway to extend the enchantment coming up into the next part of this. So we can't leave here without at least this. We don't need to hunt for any treasure aside from this now that we have it, because now we have the ability to do the enchantment.
Until we get caught by the Frost Maiden because we spent too much time doing this instead of finding the caudicle and then leaving.
Right,
And
but
then
the
possibly getting some of this on the way out because it's right at our one exit.
we don't know if there's one exit.
Adrian's just saying.
I know.
Adrian,
I'm not saying it's a bad take. It makes sense. I'm just saying that like we're right here and we don't know what's going to happen, so we don't know if we get this in the end. And so that's my vote. I'm not saying you're making a bad call.
And Adrian's saying that to you all in character.
Okay.
Is Adrian coming in the dome, by the way, or who's this?
That's Adrian.
Or is she coming into this side of the room so that way she's not blocked out?
Going into the dome.
Okay. And
Any
then-
random encounters, Amaya?
And while I'm in the dome, I'll ritual cast detect magic and we'll look towards all the treasure and see if I see anything magical.
There is, but let me see what they have.
Also, how does it work if we get hit by a roaming monster? I don't get my full short rest, correct?
Depends on whether or not that monster can make it through the wall, which is what I am checking
Ah.
currently.
Gotcha, okay.
Adrian's also gonna short rest in the bubble.
So you get your key points back on a short rest, right?
As long as I spend 30 minutes of it meditating.
I should probably short rest too, to be honest.
Well, you're gathering.
You
the
guys are
gold,
gathering coins.
Yeah, I know.
so you can't short rest and gather coins.
I'll be
Yeah.
gathering coins and all of these things because I don't need a short rest or can't really regain anything on a short rest.
Yeah, I don't need.
Probably.
I don't need a short rest right now. I was just.
You just need to stay in the dome. And then Velen will need a short rest for sure. She's gonna use her hit die. Provided that this monster doesn't, like, whack-a-mole all of us.
All of us, quote unquote.
But even if it can make it through the dome, you guys can all retreat into the dome for safety if need be. That is even if we get a random encounter.
Yeah.
Can you link Lehman's time ahead?
Yes. So I guess it actually only goes 10 feet high because it's 10 feet radius, so it's a 20-foot diameter. So it is 20 feet wide, but it is only 10 feet high because then it also technically extends 10 feet into the ground. Because we're not sitting directly in the bottom of the dome or something or anything. So it leaves 15 feet above the dome instead of 5.
Ah, well then it definitely fits through.
Alright, your guys' rest will be uninterrupted, but I have to go pee again. Sorry, I'll be right back.
I'll bet you we
Just
did.
do
I'll,
that.
I'll bet you we didn't even roll a random encounter.
We'll never know. And do my temporary hit points from rally go away?
No, the
Uh,
temporary hit
At the
points.
end of a
Choose
long
one.
rest.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
rest gets
okay.
rid of temporary hit points. So. Or if
Alright,
get new ones.
I'm gonna be basically rallying the fuck out of everyone. No one's gonna die. Not this time. Fuck no. It's not happening. Oh, it's awesome that literally everything comes back on a short rest for fighters. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I guess I
'Cause
could
use them like an idiot.
Should I use a hit dice? At least I could probably use at least one hit dice.
I would think it's probably, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get another short rest out of this place. And we have another frost check coming up, remember? Because like at hour 4. So
That
that's
puts me-
going to possibly affect movement speed.
That puts me almost back to full, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Unless we go into the dome 4 hours in, but I'm not sure if that's metagaming because I don't think we have like the Blizzard Blast on a timed, like a hourglass or something like that.
Yeah,
So-
we go and set up our tent 5 minutes before we make the frost check.
Exactly. Like, just I don't think anyone's timing it that precisely, so I don't think we get to do that. In which case, yeah, you're concerned about not making it in time.
Alright, I'm back.
We'll see.
I'll come back.
Right.
We don't get to predict when the second frost check comes, right? Like, we have only been here once. We don't get to notice that pattern,
No.
right? Okay.
You don't.
Go. Alright.
So at this point, you guys have been here for about an hour and 15 minutes. And then, how long does your dome take to cast?
Well, I mean, I ritual casted it, so it takes 10 minutes.
10
Or
minutes.
11 minutes, because it's a 1 minute casting time normally, so it's 11 minutes to cast the dome.
Okay.
And I just casted it for whatever. And then I can drop it as soon as we're done short resting and gathering the gold.
Oh, and did we figure out with the detect magic what that was going on?
Yeah, she was gonna. She said there were some things magical, but she didn't tell me what.
Oh, wrong button.
Maybe we could trade the shield for Jillian.
What?
Beatrice wanted fat loot.
Jillian's probably dead.
Well,
I don't know.
It's gonna be like
There we go.
one of our Beatrice's kids that like got turned into a shield. Yeah, that's gonna go well.
I think it would work out really
yes.
fine.
My dragons
Yeah.
actually hate their children, so...
Oh, okay.
Is that a 10-foot radius?
A little bit, if it's 20 feet wide, yes. Yeah. It's 20 feet that way and 20 feet that way, so yeah.
Okay.
10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
So that's sort of what it would look like with the way that you casted it.
Yep. Seems good to me.
So it does protrude a little bit outside of the, outside of where the doors would normally be.
That's
Makes
okay.
it sort of like a curvature.
That's okay, but it like I said, I made it the same color as the walls, so it kind of hopefully blends in.
It just looks like ice.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
there is a
weathered.
giant, well, there's like a 5-foot gap as well, and the things that are in here know what it's supposed to look like.
Is there any way to shrink a giant object for it to be usable?
Enlarge, reduce. There's a spell for it, reduce. Which could shrink the size, but only for a short time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it'll only for a minute.
Is there
Alright,
any way to make that permanent in 5th edition?
Wish.
If it's a magical item, sometimes when you attune to it, some magical items form to the size of the user.
Yeah,
But those are very rare, I assume.
but there's no way to permanently reduce something in 5th edition? That was my question.
Aside from like the wish spell, probably not.
Okay.
What if you could enchant the item with a spell? Like imbue it?
Well, you see, you can't do that in 5th edition.
Gotcha. Okay.
Enchant? Yeah, you can.
You can, it just takes a lot of time and a lot of resources.
Oh, I forgot they added that after
It's in
they came
Xanathar.
out with. Yeah, after they came out with the core stuff, then they're like, "Oh yes, we forgot to add this. Let's add it to Xanathar's."
It wasn't in the core book for 3.5, was it?
Yes.
Like, they have a base crafting guide in the DMG, but it's not nowhere near as in depth as it is in Xanathar's.
They have base magic making items in 3.5, like in the player's handbook.
It's in the DMG in 5th edition, but they do have it.
Ah, okay.
Okay, as you guys are going through gathering loot, you see as, a human and what appears to be a bush, walking side by side down the hallway.
What kind of bush is it?
It's just like a shrub. It's like a shrub with berries.
Yeah, what kind of shrub? Have I seen that in the wild before?
Yeah, it has like juniper berries on it.
Ah, okay. And it's walking?
Yes, alongside the druid.
Is that natural?
No, obviously not.
What's its backstory?
Yes, please.
Do I know its parents?
Is the bush burned?
It's not a burning bush.
Okay.
Let's make it.
You watch as they walk over to the place of this protrusion, and the human sort of like looks at it and then touches it, and then sort of walks back, and she sort of says something to the bush in a language that you don't understand, Adrian, and the bush sort of waddles away.
Language I don't understand. Well, that's a lot. A lot of languages.
I don't think that it's sort of like I don't know how to describe it.
Nobody knows it.
It's not something you would have heard. Yeah, it's druidic, but it's not something that you would have heard before.
So wait, is the bush walking away and the person, or just the bush?
Just the bush.
What is the person doing?
She's standing there, looking at this protrusion in the wall.
Does she look?
I think it's time to kill whoever's looking at us, because chances are that bush is calling for help.
Does she look confused, or what is she? What's her expression?
Determination would be like her expression.
Again?
Keep in mind that if you are going to take a fight here, your rest will be interrupted.
Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck. And then we won't have the fat loots.
Magic items. I wish to know.
Fun is also going to use all of her hit dice.
I'm gathering coin.
Oh god.
She's using all of them because she doesn't have a choice. So
What's the plus 27?
Her
her con.
con mod.
Does she have a plus 3?
Yes. As you can see by the 9 rolls. And 27. The addition. Yeah.
Also, how does she have a? Do I have a D8? I thought I had a D6. She's a wizard, right?
I am going off of what the book gives her, which is a D8.
She's a wizard with a D8 hit dice? That's busted! What the fuck?
She's
Well,
also
it's
an
not-
NPC, not a player.
I was gonna say she's not a player character.
That's
They don't
still...
follow the same rules.
NPCs follow completely different rules.
That's not fair!
That's like why like rocks have.
Life isn't fair. I thought that's something that Adragast would appreciate.
Adragast.
Rocks have D20 hit points, right? Like D20.
I don't think so. It depends on the form of rock, actually. Let me.
Okay.
I'll tell you that it depends on the form of rock. I can't exactly tell you what its hit dice are because then you might figure out its HP. But
I don't. I mean, I guess you can make its HP whatever though. You can
they
literally
do-
make it 7,000.
Yeah, they do use D20s.
Okay.
Right, so Karn, you're sort of like scooping all of this loot into bags, trying to get it as much as you can. That actually brings up the point of space. What bags do you guys have? Because you guys probably can't carry all of this.
What
Um,
bags do we have?
Adrian has a magic bag. Would you like it, Karn?
Do you
Sure.
have a bag of holding?
No.
No, it's the bag that had all the
Bags.
sugary that had all the sugary treats.
I hand him a bag with a glowing, what was it, pumpkin on it?
Yeah, it's pumpkin.
I only have a belt pouch.
I have a backpack, but it's carrying all the rest of my things, so...
I mean, I live at like my carrying capacity with literally just the things that I hold. Because deck
you
space
bring
fighter.
that, so.
Yeah.
I got glass bottles I can use for fit coins in.
Please.
I have a
I'm
bedroll.
I'm under carrying capacity, but I don't know how much would be left in my backpack.
Karn, please don't lose my magic bag.
I won't. How much will the magic bag hold?
It's still just like a normal sized tote bag, so.
100 gold coins is 2 pounds, right? So I can carry 100 gold pieces.
I'd say prioritize the gold pieces before we do
Yeah.
silver pieces or bronze. Or
Yeah,
copper.
can we just grab all the gold and see how much that weighs, and then just go for it?
If you guys want to pick through it, that's gonna take a lot longer.
What?
If I
It's
had
gonna
been
take a lot
helping...
longer than an hour for you guys to go through and pick out specific coins rather than just scooping it all in the bag.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to scoop it.
Let's just take whatever can fit into this bag. There's no use pushing any further with the minutia of this.
We just have to
I
afford
see
the
that you guys
mission.
can carry about half of it with the bags that you guys have.
Okay.
Okay.
Adrian can also lend a scroll case.
I do have a Yeti fur. I don't know if we could makeshift that into some sort of bag.
Do you have rope?
Yes, I do have rope.
Then yes,
I
you
have-
could
we have
form
rope,
some
yeah.
sort of bag. How big is the patch of Yeti fur?
It's a Yeti pelt, so about the size of a Yeti.
Ah, well then yes, you could just fill that
It would
up
be how
and
we
then
tie the
it
rope.
close.
Yeah, well, no, you
Yeah.
can just tie it like those in those movies that like hobo haversacks, like where they just like we can put it all on we lay it out, we put it all on the pelt, and then we tie the pelt, and then we can
If we're not afraid of like ruining it, then we could.
Also, keep in mind this is pelt, not fabric. This is a pelt.
Yes, we could.
It is not
cut
flexible.
holes into it,
Yes.
and then put the rope through the holes and whatnot, and we could make it. We could make do. Or we
This is
could
not
just-
for free though. This has to be a roll, right? A sleight of hand, maybe.
It would be a roll. It would not be sleight of hand. I believe that leatherworkers' tools use.
I actually have leather workers tools.
Oh my god.
No. No, I'm not. I do have them though.
I'm only proficient with land vehicles, dragon chest sets, and calligrapher's tools.
I'd say that making and putting the holes through would be dexterity,
Okay.
just to get the holes right size.
I'm gonna do that, and wow!
That's how holes are tied the knots.
Okay, so that's for the cutting of the holes.
And then will be an intelligence sleight of hand to tie the knots.
Adrogast, care to help me with the knots? Perhaps I should help you.
I would help you,
I'd
but
be
it is,
based on intelligence.
but it is not my forte.
I mean, if you bring the bag into the dome, I can tie it or attempt to.
I drag it inside the dome.
Get enough to.
As you guys are figuring this out, you watch the shrub come back. In tow with another one of these humans.
How
You
much
said
time has
humans,
passed
right?
since the rest?
And
Like-
this one, I believe, has...
Oh shit. 7:30.
Yes.
This one has a
They're gonna
reindeer.
work.
A reindeer.
Familiars?
What I said.
Are these things familiars?
You liked it.
Yeah, how much time has passed?
Oh, that looks sick.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I like that art.
Do we need to buy time?
What do you mean by time?
I'm
Like, how
asking.
much-
I'm asking Ferrando, and I'm asking anybody in the.
Fernando's having to finish his rest because he took a rest. So he's
Yeah. So how long are we into that rest?
This is about 25 minutes in.
Oh my god, they're gonna
So you
start
guys
doing
have another
rest.
35 minutes.
They're just going to keep on showing up.
Yeah.
I can't really know, so.
I was at 55 and no resources, but then we have the coins, right? Like we have the bags and the coins, right?
Well, after an hour.
Yeah, it's still going to take the full hour to gather the coins.
And this sucks because we will need the enchantment before we go to the city. So no more time for treasure after this one. And this fight is gonna probably eat a lot of my resources anyway.
You watch as the druids sort of take different posts, and their familiar sort of stand in front.
If they had stayed there, I could have done something, but. So do we want to wait this full hour? Or do you think that we're just going to end up fighting with more?
If we
I'd
don't,
like to take some time to heal my wounds, please.
yeah.
I'm not talking about you, Velen. I don't care fuck all what you want.
Well,
It's
I'm much
what
better to see you alive than I am dead.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed. My point is, Ferrando, what do you think?
We need these resources for another set of enchantments that will last us through the city. Don't forget that we were only... Yes, so we need the gold.
My
Velen...
point is do we think that the longer we wait, the more of these rangers or druids or spellcasters are going to show up, and we're going to be pretty much pigeonholed into this little room and swarmed? What do we think?
It's always possible, but we don't know how many things are even in here.
You're going in and out. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
I said it's it's always possible, but we don't know how many things are in here.
Might need to have fought them later anyway.
I'd prefer to
Regardless.
fight numerous small battles than one big one.
However, we can get the drop on them. They know obviously something's here, but I mean,
We can hold our
drop-
attacks until
we-
the dome drops.
yes, we hold. Everybody readies. I can drop the dome and we get the first strike. Give
Will
it.
this
It
be
would,
inside the dome, right here?
That would
Technically?
be outside the dome.
Okay. Oops, grabbing the torch. Age-old. Hold on.
the,
sorry,
on-
we'll
the,
fix
the
that
only
in a second.
spot the only spot that's really like outside, like past the door outside the dome, is like right here and right here. So there's two squares that like bulge out.
Right here? Oh, that would
Yeah.
be right. Yeah.
Those two squares are
Alright.
the only ones that like bulge out.
Okay.
Adrian, you notice that, like, during the remaining minutes of the rest, I'd say during at the 35-minute mark, you watch one of the druids, begin chanting a spell. And you watch as slowly the terrain around, everybody appears to begin to change.
Outside the bubble.
Correct. Well, and inside, everything appears to change, except for actually, magic can't pass through the bubble. So inside
Yeah.
the bubble looks the same, but on all the other sides of the bubble, it's changed.
What?
And after about 10 minutes, the entire terrain looks to be a bustling forest, and you can no longer see the druids.
Can everybody get to the back, please? I have an
You see,
idea.
like, trees popped up everywhere, grass plains around you, and it like looks as though you are inside of a forest.
What kind
If
of
I did-
spell was that?
You mean like the type, or
Yeah. Have I
it
heard
was
of
an
something
illusion
that
spell,
could do that?
obviously. Make an Arcana check. You're a proficient, correct?
Yeah.
This is hallucinatory terrain.
Never heard of it. In real life. In character, sure. Yeah, I get that. Seen it all the time.
You've never seen it, but you've heard of a spell that does something like this.
Very good spell. Well, my idea is we're going to go hit the ground running. We're going to cast a fireball as soon as this dome drops. Maybe that'll consume the druid familiars or the druid companions, and who knows, maybe shake the resolve. of
Why'd
the
you
others.
clear it?
Because you guys took a rest. So because you took a rest, we're gonna reroll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Aha! Oh.
So I will hold an action for
Ah.
once the
Hey, I
dome
got better.
drops to cast fireball, if that is clear.
I'll take a natural 20.
You're going to do what? Sorry, we were all talking, so I
It's
didn't
all
really
good.
hear what you said.
It's all good. I'm going to hold an action to cast fireball for as soon as the dome drops.
But can I not see what's in front of me right now because of the terrain?
No, you can see the reindeer and the shrub are still standing there.
Fernando,
But you
please
can no
back
longer
up.
see the druids.
I do not want you to be.
Well, we're
consumed.
still waiting. We're still finishing the rest, honestly, right?
Currently, you are, yes.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot. Is it 15-foot radius or
20
20
foot,
foot.
20 foot radius for the
Oh, alright.
fireball.
You would actually have to cast it with the other square, because as you can see, the wall ends,
Yeah.
like, before that square.
Okay.
So you'd have to
well,
cast it at, like, this point.
So there is better.
Correct.
Benin, do you mind if we exchange positions quickly?
I suppose.
And Adrian, unless you're readying an action to loose a dart, perhaps you can go above and I can use my crossbow.
Ooh, I might have a different plan. Oh, never mind. 10-foot radius. 20 foot. That could work.
Adrian
Actually,
said
that might
one
be a
would
lot
get
better.
by a fireball.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I'm no longer, well, because we didn't get to the actual round or anything before this, I'm not actually going to cast fireball. I'm going to use my new spell, which I've never used before, which will be fun.
Everybody make an an investigation check, by the way. Because you all saw this happen, so.
Yeah.
Oh, for the hallucinatory terrain.
Correct.
Investigation, you said?
Correct.
I didn't see shit.
Right, so Adrian, you sort of see the image, as you sort of like look closer, you see through the illusion, and you can see it sort of appears as a mirage over on top of the existing terrain. Through like some of the trees, you can see shadows of the frost druids. But essentially it looks as though a mirage is surrounding you, so it's making it hard to like discern different areas. Everybody else, you like this looks like a forest to you.
That's trippy.
This does not look like an illusion to you. They're currently on the GM layer because nobody else can see them. There's no way for me to grant you vision of them while removing it from everybody else.
It's okay, Adrian sees them. Adrian will also point out where they are.
instead of
Points in the
casting.
directions of where they are. They are in this direction and this direction.
Didn't see either of those pings.
Yeah, I didn't see it, did I?
This direction and this direction.
So, okay. So down either side.
Correct.
So, once this shield drops, instead of casting Fireball, I'm instead going to cast Watery Sphere.
Which
Will create. I'll
radius at a point which you can see within range. Huge or larger. Oh, well, it's not huge.
Oh, that's one large creature, though. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot Isaac stretches out to the sort of little porthole in the bubble, where they sort of stretches out. Oh, well, that wouldn't work. Well, shit. Fireball it is?
Wait, so are you casting Watery Sphere or Fireball?
That's the thing. We're
He's trying
since
to
we're
decide.
apparently role playing the amount of time that we're waiting for this thing to go down. I initially thought Fireball. Now I'm just thinking Watery Sphere, and now I've decided not to do Watery Sphere because I could only carry the stag.
Reindeer. Yeah.
So Fireball it is.
Alright, are you waiting out the entire duration of your sphere, or are you going to leave it beforehand?
I mean, my dome.
That's the short rest.
My dome lasts for 8 hours. I don't think we're staying in here for that long.
Yeah, I know,
just-
that's what I'm asking.
I'm just waiting for the rest to end, and then I'm gonna drop it when we're ready. So.
Okay. So I can see this thing, right?
Yes, you can see the shrubs and the reindeer.
Okay, I'm gonna hold the action for a crossbow shot. Adrian, given Isaac's proclivity to blow things up, perhaps a step back is warranted.
So yeah, you guys should all be able to exit the dome into here. I just can't exit the dome. Otherwise it drops.
Isaac, will you hurt me if I'm here?
I could lessen the blow for you, but I don't think it would diminish all pain. So, I do ask,
Okay.
even just if you would, I mean, not that far. Oh, you great large one.
I
Just
hide
anything.
behind the door and look around.
Actually, wouldn't I be in this room gathering the gold still then? We're all
Yes,
just-
you would be.
Okay.
Perfect. I hide behind Karn.
Alright.
Well, while the room is a little unnecessary, I'd say with Karn is perfect.
I mean, we're waiting for
Alright.
Karn to get done anyway, so.
Yeah.
Karn and Endo. However.
You can't hold an attack because you're doing, or you can't hold an action because you're currently concentrating, right?
Nope, I can hold it. I can. Tiny Hut's not a concentration spell.
Yeah, he's not currently concentrating. However, I do want to end the session before we actually begin the combat, because we aren't going to be able to finish it before Denny has to leave for work. Or before he has to start getting ready for work. So, we will actually end the session here and then pick up the combat at the beginning of next session.
Yay.
Okay.
I would prefer for you guys to discuss tactics in character, and not talk about them in the chat afterwards.
course.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Right, well, good session. You guys were actually able to use your shit today instead of, well, I guess you get to use them in roleplay too, because you actually get to use your combat abilities today.
Yeah.